right, we back. My expert opinion. Tonight's episode is gonna be a special one. You know, in hip hop, I feel like the gang culture has been promoted. It's been intertwined, and in New York City, a city that wasn't familiar with Crips and Bloods, that was a West Coast thing. I have someone here who can explain the origination of the Blood Nation in New York City and kind of tell us where it started and where he sees it going now. Let's welcome Mandu.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
I'm 10 toes down.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So now, I saw a clip of you going full Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, I know. I'm a 70s kid. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
What started that?
All right. Well, I've been home 5 years. Today is my 5th year anniversary of me being out of prison.
Clap it up.
And I'm blessed to be off of parole as well too. For the first time in my life, I ain't been on paper since the age of 11, and I'm 58 years old. So from the age of 11 to today is the first time I'm not on paper that ain't mine.
Right.
And well, what started that, like I said, I've been on 5 years now, and the first week I got out of prison, I joined a group called Vocal, Voices of Community Activists and Leaders. That's my first week out, and I've been doing the work. I got help get rid of the box, along with my brother Bad Vibes. He joined me. I reached out to him. Stack Stone, salute to my brother Stack Stone. He started it. We followed his lead. He was already doing it when we got out.
Right.
So I joined that organization because, like, what I'm doing out here, I was doing in prison. All of what I'm out here reaching and preaching and teaching is what I was doing in them yards for 30 plus years, and because I'm Panther raised. So from what what I know I contributed, and brothers like Bad Vibes and many other brothers that's from the first generation, we know what we contributed, we know what we started it for.
Right.
It's not just me. I couldn't start it by myself.
Right.
I helped spread it, but I'm definitely with day one. So I helped put pen to paper with that too. I came up with the ideology, like which direction we're gonna go in with this. So we all know who George and Jonathan Jackson is. So that's why New York Damu don't look like West Coast Damu, because we're not a street gang. We're prison revolutionary.
Right.
And we're not a gang, period. We're prison revolutionaries. The media labeled us as gangs. The prison administration labeled us as a gang.
And if we was to be honest too, we took on the attributes of it too, of a gang. That's what we here to eradicate now, put it back in its proper perspective.
Not originally. That came later on down the line.
Right.
Originally, it was all revolutionary. Because we was in there fighting ERU, we was in there fighting Netta and Latin King COs. Because they used to line us up, when we was less than 100. And when we was, way when we was less than 100.
Yeah, it was less than 100.
Almost 200
That's
people.
what I was about to say, and not to interrupt you, but once we lost track of the numbers, like far as the numbers where we at, we lost the whole spirit of the movement. That's when it took on the atrocities of a street gang, and it actually placed itself in that for a long time.
Right.
So what was it about Jim Jones that made you say,
well,
I want to fight you?
It was because I know how he got that flag. It was through my family that he got that flag. My brother is the one I brought in and gave him position to be able to bring other people in. But under the premise of revolution. Because my little brother is also born in the same house that I'm born in. He's just not as serious about the revolution as I am, because he ain't lived in the places that I lived to make me grasp that. Because I lived in prison, so I'm reading revolutionary books behind enemy lines. So I have no other choice but to take this shit seriously. Because I'm reading it and I'm behind enemy lines. In fact, I'm going through conditions. I'm going through conditions worse than George and Jonathan. Like we did more box time than George did time.
Nah.
Period. We did more time in the box in solitary confinement
Yeah, I
than he
did
did.
George Jackson.
Than he
Yeah,
did,
in
but
the
he was
box,
our inspiration
facility.
for us to do what we were doing inside them prison yards, in the prison cells, in the prison companies, in the prisons. Period.
Right.
So my response to when I see Jim about the with the homie Hogan's 4/5 with the drop your flag. Now I'm not with the proper term that he used with the drop your flag term, but it is what it is.
Right.
Because you get that's like a total. It's not respectful. A lot of us died and fried for that shit, with good intentions. We ain't talking about trying to hold something up and with bad intentions, with the negative connotation that would come behind the red flag or any color flag. Because the media, because when you read all those colors, all the history of every color flag, they all were revolutionaries in the beginning, especially when they minority gangs.
Right.
Every single last one of them were to protect their community from an outside oppressor.
Right. Even with respect to the Latino gangs too that we went up against in the Great War when we rose from this. Even them too, right?
When I made mention of every color flag, I included them as well.
Yeah, Latin Kings and all of them. Yeah,
Right? I'm not gonna mention one color. I said every color. Right? So every last one of them. I read all their literature. I had to. Because at one time we were ops. And a lot of them we done popped on each other and took each other literature. We done ran in each other's cells and took each other literature while we popped it.
Right.
So I know what the op is thinking.
So you feel like Jim represents a different side of
It's not even what he represents. It's that I never truly seen him because I'm living on where I'm living at. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm bopping the way I'm bopping. I'm at the day one. So I always seen him as an entertainer. Always seen him as a celebrity.
That's what he was as an entertainer.
That's all I seen him as. I wasn't mad with him. I wasn't mad with him when he stayed in his entertainment celebrity lane. But the moment you because the influence that you have, the moment you say something that the real street people, the real guys that's in the street trying to save lives and keep people out the cells and hell, now you're gonna say something that's gonna affect my work. Because I truly believe in saving these people. I truly don't want these little young brothers inside these cells.
Right.
I truly don't want them out here killing each other neither. I wasn't even allowing them to cut and slash and fight each other in prison without me having to get in between that. So you think I want to come on the street and watch them murder each other?
No.
Even though the rate is lower than it was when me and my generation was out here murdering each other, I definitely don't want them to escalate to that.
Right.
I want it to be non-existent. You follow what I'm trying to say? But because he has way more influence than I do,
Right.
on a global scale, everybody know who he is. They know his face. They don't know my face. But I'm working hard. I'm busting no diddy. I'm busting. I'm putting it in to save my community. Me and my brothers and it's mad brothers in this nonprofit that come from this gang culture. That's the pioneers of this city as far as bringing down the violence rates in this city. That's putting their body between bodies and bullets. That part. So when you're gonna be an entertainer and you're gonna rep that as an entertainer, I need you to make comments as an entertainer. Don't answer true life questions.
Well, what was the line in particular that?
The line in particular when he spoke about the war, right? And I understand, and I said it in another podcast where we spoke on, and I said, matter of fact, our platform, our platform.
Mandu,
So
Bad Vibes.
on the Bad Vibes and Mandu and the Mandu Warrior channel, on our platform. So on that platform, we both addressed it about what we know he'd been through some wars. We ain't saying the dude ain't been through no wars, but he ain't been through the wars.
He wasn't through that.
He ain't been through the wars for Damu though.
Right.
He went through wars for his career. He went through wars to put his brand on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't go through the wars that we went through for the flag.
Yo, and if I was to say too mad, that way he answered, that touched us. Like, we like, what? yo, so much that we sacrifice and lost, not just time, time, it's so much that we sacrifice and lost to hear somebody who corporate America funds to run across the stage, even if it's just with a red flag on. We couldn't connect with that,
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I heard it. I called Mandu early in the morning, sent it to him. I said, look what this dude said.
Yeah, I
Have y'all
responded.
ever had a
That really
conversation,
bothered
though?
us. Of course.
I
off the record,
responded
off the camera.
after
But
first of all,
you
he's seen it before me.
Right.
He sent it to my phone. I didn't watch it that night. He hit me early in the morning, yo, you watched the video that I sent you. I said, nah, I'm working. I'm out in the street saving lives. Like super nigga, in real life. So when I said, all right, I'm gonna watch it now. I watch it.
And that's when the internet seen it. I see a total.
So what you seen was a real reaction.
Yeah, real time.
In real time. Because after I seen it on my phone, I seen a minute and a half, the opening. When he smoked, I said, oh no, I cut it up and put it on the TV. So when you see my reaction, that's real time reaction.
Right. Now, Jim being one of the first New York Bloods, well, to gain popularity, why haven't you guys ever had a conversation together?
Well, let me speak to that. We know the same people, him and I, other than my brother, which is the common denominator. I know my brother because I'm his big brother. He know my brother because my brother the one that sanctioned him, that stamped him. So we have that in common. But we also got a lot of friends in each other immediate circles.
All throughout Harlem.
In each other's circles.
All throughout Harlem.
Plus, even though I'm a Brooklynite, I've also got a Harlem legacy too. I lived in Harlem for a few years as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And Harlem loves
Still
me.
a Brooklyn nigga though.
I'm still Brooklyn. Oh yeah, Harlem knew me. But I'm saying I had to fight for my Brooklyn rights.
Right.
Because when I was up top, everybody thought I was from Harlem.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Even my Brooklyn man.
Even the way you
Shout out to Wagner.
Yeah, hold on, Wagner is where it started at.
Right.
Then I started from Wagner.
Okay.
Because my people lived in the Bamas. My aunt and them moved from the Bamas to the Wagners.
Wow.
So when they moved to the Wagners, from the Wagners, we went from the Wagners from the east side, because I started bopping on the east side and made my way to the west side.
Right.
When my moms and them moved up there, we lived in the welfare hotel in the 80s.
Wow.
85, the Martinique and the Prince George. I'm from PGP. Shout out to the Prince George, shout out to the Martinique. I know y'all love me, I know you love me, baby. We say we made it. Some of us still here. Okay?
Right.
But at that time, my people moved to Harlem, so I lived in Harlem for a while. You know what I'm saying? And while I was in Harlem busting down police.
So you was in Wagner on the First Avenue
I
side?
started on 2nd Avenue. I was in I want to say 1260 or 360. I don't remember. I think it's 11360. Right across even the pool. When you come down to 24th Street, before you get on the bridge, that little Wagner pool right there. That's the building on the corner. The second building in the middle. That's the building that my aunt and them lived in.
Oh, you was on in between first and second.
Between first and second,
I was in
absolutely.
2390.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was in 360.
Wow.
390 or what is it? 23? No, 23. 2360. That's what I was. 2360.
Wow.
Right.
So,
right in the middle.
so I imagine you guys would cross paths because.
No, I wasn't out there when he was a young kid. I'm 58 years old. When I was out there, I went to prison at 19. I was 17, 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
When I was in Harlem. Matter of fact, Harlem was the last place I lived before I went up north to do all that time. On 118th Street, Lenox and 7th Avenue.
Right.
Where my Harlem legacy began at. I broke police legs and arms on 119th Street the first time without getting shot. Got out the next day. 2 months later, on 119th Street where the pool hall was at.
What year was this?
This was in 1992. I was home for
You
6
broke
months.
some officers' legs.
Harlem could check in. Don't ask me. Don't. I'm not gonna be the receipt. I'm gonna let E-Ball check in, J-Boss, my neighbor, check in, and everybody from 119th Street, from BR, rest in peace to Chi-Chi, and all the Damus from 119th Street. I'm gonna let them be the receipts of how many times I Wu-Tanged the police on Lenox Avenue. I ain't gonna tell the story because nobody gonna believe it because I ain't got a bullet hole. They were supposed to be shoot the shit out of me, man. Okay? But thank by the graces of somebody, God, I'm here.
Right.
Without a bullet hole. right? And NYPD can tell you that they fucking self. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, I'm not out there promoting any police violence.
No.
I'm not promoting any violence at the time, but I'm just telling you the type of timing I was on in Harlem.
Right.
Harlem loved me. Gangsta Lou, shout it out. First time we went to Harlem, they called us on the block.
Yeah, it was on the
right?
block.
We riding on the block. We on the corner having drinks and fish. Eating fish sandwiches. They say, oh, dude, you on the block? You in Harlem?
Wow.
Harlem loved me because I love Harlem back.
That's you.
I had to fight for my Brooklyn rights. That's how much Harlem loved me.
So why haven't you guys had a conversation?
Well,
with Jim, you talking about with Jim? I mean, we got released from prison. We did extensive time in prison. We both got time out here living regular lives. It's impossible to, I'm saying to me, to get up with Jim Jones. Not saying I wouldn't be open to it, but that's not no lane I pursue to wanna extend myself to.
Why not?
Because I feel like I can't get up where he's moving around. You see me.
Listen,
Then it's like
I think anything's possible.
listen,
Really wasn't no drive though.
I beg to differ with my brother, right?
I know he know who I am. He know who he is. We all know who each other is. But we share the same.
Well, even if he didn't, he know now.
Yeah, it's no way.
Right, because it's not like we just making this shit up as we go along. We are who we say we are. And we're not here to take over anything. We're here to share information. Right? To make things better where we live at. Because I still live in the hood. I don't live in nobody mansion. I don't live in nobody gated community. I ain't got no security riding around my neighborhood. Or the security riding my neighborhood trying to do us in. They ain't there to protect us. They there to inspect us.
And for me, the last 5 years, I relocated from Brooklyn. I live in Richmond. I live in Richmond, Virginia. So that's what I call home now. So he's really like kind of out of my lane in some regards. But I know people that can. Like I see what you're saying. If I wanted to, it'll be simply nothing.
Because we got in contact on a positive note.
Yeah.
And I think anybody who's still waving the flag or claiming or has any type of influence and association should get behind the positive things.
Yeah, but let me say this though, man. Let me interrupt you for a second, bro. It ain't even about the flag, right? It's about us trying to make the city more safer that we gotta live in. We got people that live in the city. We got families, we got kids that live in the city and all that. I'm like, yo, listen, I've been away from New York the majority of my life. But since when I got back to New York 5 years ago today, boy, I love New York crazy. And because I appreciate what I missed about New York. I love the city. So, and I want this city to look not with the violence that was in my generation, in my era, but I wanted to have the unity that the generation that I grew up before it got to the violence with the drugs came.
Yeah, because it's needed.
Well, let's rewind to that.
Yeah, I want, hold on a second, blood.
It is needed.
It's needed, bro.
I want to take it back to the 70s, the era I grew up in, even though I was born in 67, but I was raised in the 70s. That's why I sound like a 70s wrestler. Before it was WWE, it was WWF.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
World Wrestling Federation.
Randy Macho Man.
I watched that video. I heard.
Yo, listen.
Wait till he's 36-inch python.
I can't help it. I know they're gonna need this shit out of me, but it's okay. Yo, listen, I'm self-deprecating, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind making. When I was up north, I used to have dudes make jokes to myself, because that's what makes you a great leader. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want like my peers. Even though I'm the big homie. But my little homie, if he needed to pull me up and check me, because I need that to be a two-way street.
Right.
Because I need him to respect my check. So I gotta respect his check too. You follow what I'm trying to say?
Right.
It's all bang alike, bro. We all gotta have equal respect. You follow? And that's real. That's my little Sav right there.
Yeah, Sav,
that's my little YN under 30.
Right.
You follow what I'm trying to say? When I pull him up, then when I do some shit that I just told him he see me, he gonna pull me up, and I'm like, there, you know what, man, get the fucking little motherfucker, you got me, man, you got me on that one. I gotta stick to it. That tightens up my square.
Right.
You feel what I'm trying to say? My swag get tightened and get solid. So that's what I do for my young homies. And I ask them to each one teach one, stretch out your hands and reach one.
And that's something
So
that's something that speaks to the spirit of what we did on downtown, away from home, son. Effective leadership. We set trends for that. We taught that amongst the ranks and all that. Because anybody could jump behind the label of being a leader or leadership, but are you effective is what happens.
listen,
Well,
That's what
let's go back to where it started.
let me say, but I'm gonna address this directly, right? To get straight to the point. I'm willing to have a sit down with Jim.
me too.
I'm willing to have a sit down with him because, like I said, him and I got a bridge together because my brother was, before my brother went bad, my brother was feeling him. Because he was telling me about him and Cam and Mason and before they even got on. While I was on Rikers Island still fighting cases. My little brother was coming to check me and he was telling me, yo, dude, make sure all the homies in them know these dudes here, Cam, Mace, all of them, because he's from Harlem. They know him and he know them.
Right.
And he said, Jim. So when they popped out, I'm like, okay. I was expecting them because I was already told about them. You feel what I'm trying to say? So, but my thing is that I known about him. I watched him grow up in the industry, never said anything until, like I said, it affected my lane, right? But I'm willing to have a sit down with him. I want to have a man-to-man conversation with him, even past the SMD, because I know he don't know the severity. He don't come from our world. So I gotta forgive him. It's like if my little stupid ass nephew say some dumb shit, I'm not gonna pop him, but I'm gonna check him.
Right.
But he don't come from my world. He ain't in the yard. He don't know lies will cause loss and scars will cause behind that type of language. And that type of language is gay anyway.
Yeah, but living today demands more of us.
Like, listen, but I'm saying the ideal of a man telling another man to do that, the imagery, because if you got say it, you got it in your head, and something ain't right. Because I can't get right thinking of another bearded motherfucker on my jump. That ain't it.
That ain't
Not for me, it ain't.
Right.
All right, so I'm not gonna, I'll tell you, nigga, I'm gonna break your face before I tell you that. I'll just invite you to a fight or to a pop out. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that it ain't that serious because, like I said,
Ixnay on inviting to the Franks.
dead that, man. Man, if you a heterosexual, don't let that pop out. No matter how angry you get, just run over to this nigga and punch him in the fucking face. Just make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my point is that when it was said to me, my response wasn't, when you see my man, you see me go into full match, Randy Macho Man Savage mode, that wasn't in response to the SMD. That was in response to you saying you don't know who I is when you should know who I is. Because if you were where we were, that shit would have cost you, bro. That shit could have cost you your freedom or your life. You would have left with a scar. Because you came in there, if you would have popped in, you would have been in out where we were at, and they asking, what did you get G-checked, and you don't know what you're supposed to know, it's going down, bro. And you ain't going to win, because you're getting hot. Because they all coming at you. It's going to be 10 niggas asking you that question. Who you is and who you supposed to be with. And do you know this and that? If you don't know that, you're going to get hot. But I don't take nothing that the man said as a true offense.
Yeah, but that goes with anything when you separate the real from the fake. You know, the
that's
real
why we had that lesson.
Yeah, real gonna have all the components and ingredients of what real is, and the fake is just what it is, all right?
So when I realized
what is the real? Where did it start? What was the purpose of it?
I mean, you there's no way you could have been part of this brotherhood, because that's what we started at, not a gang. We came up in a brotherhood. We treat each other brotherly in all aspects. Look, there's no way you could have been a part of this brotherhood and don't know the tenets or the basics of who is who, what's what, how we live, and this is dissected a culture.
Right.
There's no way that you could have done that.
Let me say something, right?
We used to catch people like that and fail, you know, especially in the penitentiary. We run across you certain things you don't know, you would be severely penalized for it.
Let me say something.
Yeah, that was our way. That was our way of fighting infiltration too.
That part. See, let me tell you something about what he did. It's something he did. Him and a handful of other dudes from first generation, downwards from first generation, to protect us financially from infiltration, from other dudes who pretended to be revolutionary at heart when we first start, from selling that flag and them beads. Every beating we took, I took wild beatings. I taught them how to do a 1983 civil suit. All of them got paid. They were rich in prison. Rich. Don't think everybody in jail calling mommy and their girl for fucking phone calls and packages. We paying college notes and car notes, sending people to colleges and mortgages from the penitentiary. I know that for a fact.
To speak more specific, right?
Just hold on, let me finish saying what I'm saying. Hold on a second.
I know you're going.
Yeah, you want to? I gotta give you props.
Yeah.
Because nobody don't know this. If you don't know, you don't know. But to protect the nation from dudes selling the flag and the shit getting to where it ended up being. All the day ones that was getting lawsuit money, this man had hundreds of thousands of dollars in prison. Gave me $10,000 in the box. I didn't know he got all his money. As soon as he see me, we in Southport box, he 8 cages down. I'm walking past his cage. As soon as I get in the cage, he's like, up top, down low. All the homies stop talking. He talking to me, yo, dude, you know I got paid. I got 10 racks for you. Give me an address to send it to. I ain't asked the man for nothing. He was doing that for all the billies.
All the 9 chains.
All the billies.
That's
long before celebrities came along.
Down.
Long before 6ix9ine. Long before Jimmy. Long before they sent 10 Cent.
Right,
and
right. That was
for years, we were already taken care of because him and several other brothers like him made sure we was all right and our families was all right. Because you gave me $10,000, I can't buy $10,000 worth of fucking commissary.
That's too much money in jail.
There's too much money in jail.
That's too much money.
Everything in there is wholesale.
Yeah, everything else.
$55 is 3 weeks food. And don't let me have a juggle on the Juggle No Struggle store. I ain't gonna never be hungry in this motherfucker. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
I got 9 stores in 5 blocks. Nigga, I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
So let's go back.
So that's why, matter of fact, like.
Now I love my brother. I just want to let him know.
Even when I hear what he did for
but I want the people watching who may not have been exposed to the information as far as like how this thing started. What is this? You have a Panther background.
Right, my mom's is the Panthers, absolutely. My mom's is part, well, she wasn't the 20, she's part of the Panther 21 party. It was more than 21, it was just 21 and we got busted.
So you were going to the meetings with her and all
No, I wasn't going to the meetings. Meetings was in my house. Because I got a big family, so we always had a house, a big apartment, or brownstone.
Right.
With a backyard and a basement. Because I grew up in a 2-parent household, I ain't afraid to say that. He wasn't my real daddy, he was my stepdaddy, but he was daddy.
He's dead though.
Right. Dead. He taught me how to be a man. That's why I ain't got a bunch of fucking girly emotions. Shout out to my sisters. Y'all know how to handle it. They know how to handle it better than we do. That's why I'm glad I ain't got none. Right. I can crash the fuck out. Shit, I'm glad I only got 2. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. But the fact of the matter.
Was that what caused the friction between you and police?
Well, I grew up, listen, listen, the 75th precinct, right? Mama do gone, so she ain't gonna get indicted. And I was only 7, okay? Well, the 75th precinct was built on Linwood between Sutter and Blake. My mother, we lived on Linwood and Blake. When they first opened that precinct, no cop car could roll out of there for like maybe about the first 30 days. Because my mother had me and all my brothers and them sisters and them little kids on the block, dressed in all black, on our stomach, taking the air out of the police tire. So they never go woo, woo, woo. Out of the 75th. About the first 30 days. Right? That's Panther babies. So she taught us not to respect that. You follow what I'm trying to say? So I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying that I was raised in the 70s. 70s, black people was being super oppressed. Way worse than the day.
What were some of the things that you saw?
I witnessed mad things. I witnessed murders. I witnessed police kill people in my backyard on Linwood Street in East New York. I witnessed friends get beaten to death. Also myself. What I seen, what I been through. Fuck what I seen. I was put in a coma. 7.5 months beaten almost to death in Attica. Several times, but 1 coma. Multiple concussions.
Damn,
him and I
was in 98. I remember.
Were beaten.
Threw your ass down the stairs.
Threw me down the stairs.
Attica.
And also when I blew up 1B when we was at HDM and almost killed all of us.
Oh yeah.
With the fire.
With the fire.
We was 9/11 before 9/11.
Yeah.
I made a fucking
what
bomb
it is being a kid,
blew up
bro?
1B to B,
You know,
and the whole, we didn't know the paint was
flammable.
flammable. So when one cell caught on fire, all the cells of the floor, the ceiling, almost killed, almost was no blood. Almost killed all the blood.
Burning across the ceiling. Just a whole blanket of fire across
almost
the
killed
ceiling.
all the blood.
How did you get to that point? What was...
Yeah, we was rioting. We was giving them hell, man.
We was giving them hell right
just
man.
violence on violence, and in the hostile environment. At that time in Rikers Island, it was just lit, man. And they wouldn't stop, and neither would we. Neither would we.
How do you guys feel about it being shut down in 2020?
Oh, happy!
Happy
New Year! They should shut that motherfucking raggedy ass ghost.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's a haunted island.
If you go to my page, Big Dude from the Block, right? I had an incident out here. Remember when I went to Rikers Island? I filmed it when I had to go back and get my ID when I drove on Rikers Island. I almost had a fucking panic attack. It wasn't a panic attack of fear. It was a panic attack of pure rage. I wanted to rage out while I was going across the bridge to go get my property because I sat on Rikers Island for 12 hours until they realized, oh, good thing I got out. They dropped the charges and didn't violate me on parole. But when I got there, Rikers Island said, oh, he ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah. All of that.
Because I'm OSU, Observation Security Unit. We can't go to Rikers Island. We got to go to borough houses, and even that, they don't want us. It's even that to the day because of the history the bad taste that we left from Rikers Island mouth. But the beatings that we suffer from in Rikers Island, so it's not what I've seen, it's what I've been to. Myself.
Yo, they still hurt to this day, too, bro.
You know,
so what was happening? What was... Like, were you guys getting yanked out of yourself for no reason? Like, what was happening?
Yeah, that might have been the case.
I ain't gonna say for no reason.
For no reason. It might have been, we fighting the officers and, they figure they wait till it die down and we sleep. And they specifically pick certain cells. And they actually will, creep up in there and manually open the cell, take you out. You did that to Gambino. And throw you down the stairs. Beat you in your face with sticks and shit like that. Yeah, it was bad.
This was a retaliation for what?
For us just fighting them back or just refusing to go with the program, what they got going on there. Because Rikers Island was not always fair and correct. It's a lot of abuse.
Shit, we shit down Mayor Giuliani on Rikers Island.
A lot of abuse go down there.
Yes, we shit down the mayor, Giuliani. Giuliani came on
Don't
that 96?
Say them niggas about top 10.
We see on the bottom 10.
Say them dudes on the top 10.
We lined them up. We lined them up. We actually bust the cup. But the top 10 definitely bust the cup. And Giuliani done left out and looking like fucking chocolate Easter bunnies.
Wait, right? hold on.
We shit the mayor down.
Yeah, they came through there. They came through with the city workers.
Everybody about that, motherfucker.
They came through the city workers doing like a scrutiny of the facility, like inspecting and got the city, the city coming there. Yeah, they come through there. I remember that.
Hold on, how did y'all find out Giuliani?
Okay, this is how we found out. First of all, the COs told us Giuliani was coming through. Right, we was 1 South Central. We the worst house in the history of Rikers Island.
Oh boy.
Right? Okay, that's OBCC. Only devil can't control.
Only blood.
Oh boy. So now, while we in there, that's when they thought it was Giuliani got on the radio and said the Bloods is a myth. It's less than 100 Bloods in New York. That was 1996. He was on. That's when wasn't Curtis Sliver wife. She had the Sunday show.
The Guardian Angel.
The Guardian Angel. Yeah, Lisa Sliver. She had a Sunday night show. Lisa Evans. Giuliani came on our show. Remember, she used to be on with the Hot 97 or whatever she was.
Yeah, Street Soldiers.
Street Soldiers, right. Yeah, she came on our show one night as a guest. And he said, the Bloods is fake. There's less than 100 of them. Don't worry about anything, right? So mind you, we revolutionists now. We wasn't the Bloods he was talking about on the street, chopping grandmothers, cutting little kids, having gang sex with little girls to bring them in the gang. Those are the ones that that's why the down moved the street, the prison Bloods wasn't respecting the street Bloods. When they come in there, we had them out, we handle them. Because we was embarrassed by the shit that we was reading in the paper while we was on Rikers Island fighting the revolution, and they out here cutting grandmothers and beating up little kids and having gang sex with girls to pick up a flag. We wasn't with that. So they all suffered when they came inside. We was right on Rikers Island, and none of us was up north yet, and we was sitting there waiting for them. Ready. So however, The situation is this.
Giuliani.
When Giuliani came through, he said what he said on Lisa Evers' show on Street Soldier.
Right.
So, and now he's coming to Rikers Island because the Bing just opened.
Right.
And the Bing supposed to have been a Supermax.
CPSU,
Right,
city
because they took all the Bings and all the different buildings on Rikers Island, consolidated them, and took that 5-story building with 2 sides, an A and a B side, and made the entire thing the Bing. They thought they was gonna super lock us in. That's when we was able to come out of cells. Shout out to Low Dangerous, he the one that taught us how to pop out with the toothpaste cap. Low Dangerous, flat lines.
And I got out of the mittens, the security.
Yeah, Vibes taught us how to eat and get out of the mittens, all that. All that.
I got out of them and wound up wetting so a couple times.
So once we got to that place, Giuliani and them thought it was a Supermax. In fact, because they closed all the Bings down in all the other buildings, what happened was the history of violence went up in Rikers Island because they put everybody and all the ops from different buildings in there.
That was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
Good
They thought it was a
concept,
good
but bad
idea.
idea.
We proved that it was a bad idea because our recruits went up. Where we was less than 200, when I wrote the codes of 200 deep, I named it because there was 200 of us in that building. Thanks to Giuliani. Thank you. Okay?
Right.
He thought he was stopping something, and all you did was make us pop. So now when we get there, the police is telling us Giuliani, after he did what he did on the news, he comes about a week, 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And the officers told us that he was coming through, so we were prepared a week in advance.
You could tell they were acting like it. They was acting like somebody.
Yeah, because they had us cleaning and scrubbing the block.
Up, then all this
yeah, because one side was with all the red ID,
high
predicate
profile.
slashers,
Right.
all the high profiles is right there. CMC, we the worst of the worst. So everybody down there in 1 South Central, that's what we called it then, that's where we all were at, right? All the leaders, pioneers, all of us in that one
we call it
place.
the dog pound.
The dog pound,
Right.
right? So when he comes through, we had everything on lock. All the COs on lock, everything on lock. You do what you're told, or you get folded.
So Giuliani walks
He
in.
walks through,
Right.
and the top company was prepared for him. They had buckets of everything. Okay? So when he gets to the back of the gallery, anybody that been in the pound, he comes to the front door, he got his little entourage.
You gotta walk from the back.
They all got their hard
Walk
bottoms
up
and
and then
suits
walk up the
on.
stairs.
Right.
And they walk down the mezzanine, down the stairs, they go inspect the back of the block, which is a block. We talking about 50 cells long. So that's a long way to go on little linear, slippy ass floors with piss and shit and soap on it. So when he gets to the back, up top, down low, let it go. Yo, all you see was all the flaps open and just they blowing them down, son. Yo, they slipping and falling, screaming.
They got their
15 minutes.
That little personal secretary,
felt
their
like
little
15 minutes.
clipboards, that shit was clipboards coming through, they dropped.
Yo, bro, it took them mad long to get to the front door because they slipping and falling on shit and piss and soap. Mad long. And then they locked us in there for 3 days.
No, I ain't gonna let it get away. I'm gonna throw the kick in the song. If you realize what happened, if we paid attention what happened after that incident, I don't care, it was politically connected. We all went to trial and lost trial and was sent upstairs. Everybody in that whole unit, upstairs, downstairs, it don't matter what borough, you was from Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, your district attorney was trial ready. We had to get closed, get ready to go to trial, and we all lost. Nobody got a not guilty verdict.
Yeah, but then that shit, 90%
and we was
of
all
us,
upstate.
all of us had bodies down there. All of us
we had serious cases though.
All of us had serious cases down there.
Right after that, because it was in the newspaper in April '96. Right after that, remember, I started trial. Yeah. Me, Aldi, and all us started trial at the same time. I blew. Quell Olin with the trial. We all got convicted. And it wasn't just one borough, like I said. The whole city. Yeah, every district attorney office is ready. And they pull out cases. We all went to trial at the same time.
Wow.
Within a matter of 2 months, they was all ready for everybody. After that incident. It made me sit back and think though, like really?
It'd be situations like that. Like I said, we have hundreds of stories like that about our contribution, what we went through for this Damu thing, right? And it'd be situations like that, those type of memories, that type of trauma,
It's
right?
felt, man. That's
Yeah, that type of
lost,
trauma.
bro.
So when somebody just glazed over that and didn't go through what we went through and we day one, we know what we did it for.
Right.
We know what we doing it for. Period. It ain't no yesteryear. That's who we are. You feel what I'm trying to say? It's who we are. So, but with understanding comes peace. Because that's what the scriptures say. I was a whole Levite priest for almost 30 years as a roster. And I'm also a high priest of the Egyptian religion.
Right.
No, Shemshu Netza, the oldest religion on the planet, Kemet. No, that's the birthplace of civilization and humanity.
Right.
I know what they know through practice. So, and I had classes. It ain't like I just know it, sat in the cell and read this shit by myself. I filled the auditorium for decades with comrades to teach my peers this shit here, and we got power from the things that I taught them.
Was that part of the culture that
Yeah.
you created?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's three
That's
ways
right,
to
yeah.
bang, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah.
It ain't no one way. It just ain't no physical shit, because the physical don't last forever. You got a mental aspect of it, and it's not for deviancy. It's not for doing destruction. The mental part of banging is banging the wind for all of us, bro. Not in a devious, deviant, devilish, negative, malicious way. We're talking about in the form of righteousness. That's the only thing that's gonna last forever.
Do you feel like hip hop portrayed it in a devious way?
Of course, it's controlled
Yeah,
by the media. Absolutely. It's not my opinion. We all know this, bro.
Right.
So we're not gonna fake a funk. We're not gonna act like we don't know. Instead of figuring out our imagination. Plus, I taught witchcraft. I taught Luciferianism. I taught Satanism for fun. Real life. Auditoriums full of white people, all the white prisoners, all the Gardarian, Alexandrian witches that was inside these jails with these pagan religions. They asked me to teach their classes so I could fill up their classes in their auditorium, because all my classes are Latin Unidos. I ain't Latin. I ain't Spanish. All I know is pape, that's it. Pape.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's it. I know the basic shit.
Right. When you
No.
say you taught Satanism,
I taught it because I was bored. I say that to say that the industry is full of it. So when I watch these award shows, I read all the ancient books. If I take a worship of the god, of the satanic god Molech, or Baal, or Baphomet, and show you the sacrifice that they made for him back in the BC time to children, and put a split screen of the ancient art of this evil deity, this demon, that the ancient world worship is Baal, Baphomet, Moloch, and show you a concert with all the regalia, all the pageantry,
right?
the costumes, the art that's all on the stage and shit.
Right.
It looks just like ancient pagan worship to demonic deities. Identical. Don't just jack me. Don't take my word for it. Go look at a Taylor Swift concert or Tiana Taylor. Her last performance on BET.
He better than me, man. I try to, like, in wayward studies, being away with so long, so much time in your hand, you perfect whatever your interest
Grow
is.
vision.
And then it's like you have, like, recreational time. I attempted to do that. I got the Satanic Bible. I probably got 60 pages into it. I threw that shit out my gate. It just made me feel crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
See, for
he's
me-
a different creature. He
for
gonna
me-
go with it. I'm not. I ain't going that
Listen,
far.
whether I go up or down,
It's
fucking
dark.
the devil around. You hear
It's
me?
just dark.
All
It's-
this- listen, if I go to hell, the devil got problems.
It's
But
dark.
the same way I galvanize everybody in here to go against administration.
Right.
That nigga telling us what to do, let's get him. Okay? I'm fucking him around because he ain't fucking around for a long time. The devil got problems.
Right.
If I go to hell, that nigga better run.
Right.
I'm gonna bust his ass down to the meat
He
rack.
move, I'm moving.
Okay?
We both moving.
So we
man.
go to hell, devil get the fuck
Fuck
out
it.
the way, cause
Fuck
we coming
it,
for your
dude.
spot, bitch. I know you ain't
it,
built
dude.
like that. You already got beat the fuck up. We know you can be pussy. We already been through hell already.
Yeah.
What you gonna do after 16 years of solitary
Yeah.
confinement? poison and beaten.
Starved.
What the devil got for me?
Denied.
A hot cell? I've been in a hot cell. What you gonna do? Put me in lava? I've been through that. The fuck? What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got? In my imagination, when I leave this form, I'm like the Green Lantern of hell. Big gun, boom. Big bomb, boom. Big army, boom. Let's go. Because I already know whatever come to the devil imagination, he can make. So whatever come to my imagination, I can make too. I read the same pussy as you read. Okay, I come from where you come from.
It's crazy.
See, I'm deep into it like that. The shit that other people was afraid of, I'm gonna get with it. I'm being fearless with the shit because I've been through it all and done it all.
Right, but you believe in God, of course.
Of course I do. Why do you think I'm talking? My name is Emmanuel. Means God with us.
Yeah.
How I'm not gonna believe in God? I never been shot, cut, or stabbed. That says a whole fucking lot about my life. Didn't I tell you I was a high priest? Jah Rastafari Selassie I liveth. 35 years as a Levite priest. I don't believe in God. Huh? How you don't see God over the works? How you don't see God over the works and the influence? How you don't see that? How you don't see a man through 32 years in prison, been in there since the age of 19 and 54, got old OG wisdom, but YN energy?
Well, I want to rewind back. What was the foundation that y'all started this thing on?
Revolution, bro. That's it. I mean, if anybody know what revolution look like or feel like, or study if you don't know, pick up a book or go. They make it easy for you now. Just YouTube.
Who was your opposition at the time?
Say that again.
Who was your opposition at the time?
What was our opposition?
Yeah.
Day one. Foundership, leadership.
No, he's saying
who
who was
your
our opposition? He talking about all the Latino gangs that was.
Oh yeah, at that time it was all Latino gangs. You know, shout out to all my Latino. Well, I wasn't personally bothered because I grew up with these brothers, the leaders of these Latino gangs, from the Netas to the Latin Kings. I was in group homes with these guys long before this gang culture hit the prison system in New York. So I know these guys personally. I was from Blue Boys, shout out to Blue. Come home soon. I was with these dudes, with him and Mike Tyson too. I was with these dudes in Tryon, DFY, McCormick, Warwick, you know, on the joint in Staten Island, Saint something. I forgot the name of it.
Saint Anne.
Yeah, Saint something. Saint. The group home is the group home. It's like a baby jail.
Do you remember Mike?
Yeah, I'm from Brownsville. I don't remember Mike. Everybody think I'm Shannon Bridge. Shout out to Shannon.
Shout out to Shannon. Y'all twins.
Every time we walk in Brownsville, it's the young Shannon.
The boys too.
I just spoke to Shannon.
I
spoke to Shannon last week when we say shout out to the Thundercats.
Oh yeah, Dawn.
Shout out to Dawn the barber.
Yeah, that was his son.
Amsterdam Avenue. That was your daughter, brother.
No, it was his son.
That was your son and his girlfriend. That we intervened. And
I just reached out to Dawn.
They were stabbed and
slashed.
slashed.
Shout out to your family, bro.
And
the
Thunder Guards.
Yeah.
And if you seen the video with me and Bad Vibes in Harlem, 144th Street, Amsterdam Broadway. Shout out to my homies on that Broadway. Right. We was all through Harlem because, like I said, I'm from Harlem too.
You got any Mike stories from back then?
What type of stories?
Mike Tyson.
Oh, from Mike. Hold up.
Did you know he was gonna?
No, I was in prison Mike's whole career. 1985, I'm in Elmira, the Armory, which we call the Field House now. But we called the Armory back then. That's what Elmira had the pool. 1985, I'm in Elmira in the Armory, and I'm working out. I'm in the weight pit. So, you know, Brooklyn at that time wasn't gangs in prison, it was cliques. Brooklyn, even though we don't get along in Brooklyn, we get along in prison.
Yeah.
Brooklyn niggas always, I love my BK to the fullest. Right. We always stick around.
That's right.
We always
even if we beeping on the street, you know how
even if we beeping on the street, go to jail, Brooklyn motherfuckers do that.
Always,
that's
we beefing private, we might have our little secret wars, but it ain't, everybody don't know.
Right. I hear there's a Brooklyn table in every prison.
Every prison. There better be a Brooklyn table.
Every prison.
There gotta be a Brooklyn table.
In every prison.
Come on, man.
Sometimes two.
I mean, no prejudice to every other borough.
Two.
Because I can go on everybody's court. I help you get to court.
Yeah. Right.
Sometimes Brooklyn got too many courts.
Yeah,
we rent out courts.
Right.
Sometimes people are paying rent for some of them courts. Some of them yards. Some Brooklyn niggas, they landlords. Brooklyn niggas is business. I'm on business, man.
Love it, bro.
I can't help it, but No, but answer your question again, man.
Mike Tyson story. We're having fun up here, man.
I'm having fun. No.
This is your 50th anniversary.
I went to 156 Park, right?
Yeah.
On Grafton and Dumont.
Right.
We used to play ball. This is in the 70s. Mm-hmm. We played ball. Mike used to fly birds. I fly birds too. I flew birds on Tapscott between Sutter and East New York on the corner of Sutter with a homeboy named Swan. He was a little bit older than me. And Mike and them used to fly birds towards Grafton. Well, he's from Ted Amboy. They had a big pigeon coop. But one day we played ball, my son Stephen Gillard, and from Grafton, the Gillard family. He was big like Mike. Mike was 14, 15. Them niggas was built like men at that time. Stephen Gillard was beating up construction workers at 15, right? So Mike with his voice, you know how his voice sounds. Shout out Mike, you already know your ass. Right? Don't swing on me. All right? So I'm going to pull your eye out. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't going to be bothering the weed. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna let you hit my boy.
There ain't no rules without fighting.
You ain't going to get no
fight. However, but him and Mike got it on, and back in the days, you know how dudes used to come up with the layup what they need? So Steve need Mike. And Mike said, yo, you need me one more motherfucking time. So when Steve needed him, Mike stuffed him out the air. Wow! And Steve got up and they started scrapping. Remember when Mike first came out, he used to have a patch right here? But all of a sudden the patch, that was a scrape. Them niggas fighting. Yeah, them niggas have scrapes all over their body. Because they both was short, stocky pit bulls. Stephen Gillard is pit bull just like Mike. And they was 15, 16, they was the same age. Mike the same age as me.
Wow.
All of us both was 58. Mike just be getting ready to touch 59 now. Right. You know what I mean? But yeah, we come from the same pigeon coop.
Why was y'all flying pigeons back then? What was that about?
Well, now that I'm older, it was therapeutic. Because we all had PT. I was raised by a mother with bipolar. I didn't know my mother had bipolar until I learned what bipolar looked like. I was an adult. I was in prison when I learned that. My mother always was hot and cold. You know what I'm saying? We just thought that who she was. So it was so many of us raised in the 70s, you know, at that time, undiagnosed. You know, so it was a lot going on in my household. I had a good family unit, a good family house, but my mom used to be hot and cold. Right. One minute she's on crazy time, one minute she's on lovely time. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that was the bipolar. She was undiagnosed, not on medication. So yeah, it was kind of rough at that time in the 70s. So growing up at that time, we stayed outside. These kids don't go outside for nothing today. They're not active at all.
They idle.
They idle.
Very idle.
And they don't realize that what they're missing by being idle. Because if they don't Google it, they don't know. Because these definitely, I'm going to have to do it. This generation is definitely not the kids Whitney was talking about. I know a lot of people ain't going to like that.
Right.
But they're going to be honest with this. Because I'm out in the street saving these kids that I know Whitney wasn't talking about.
Right.
Because if they don't Google it, they don't know it. I can still smell the pages. The shit that I know, information that I maintain in my head, I can still smell the ink on the pages, bro. I still remember what libraries I went to go get them books. I still remember what catalogs I ordered those books out of.
Yeah, part of saving them too also is to keep teaching like physical activity.
But that's what we're here to do for. Even though I critique them, listen, and part of saving them, you saving them because you're critiquing them for something.
Right.
If you didn't think they need to be saved, you'd be sitting your ass still like so many other people are doing. So it's because I'm critiquing them with action, with activity.
Right.
Because you got a lot of people critique this generation and don't move to help them. Because of course, I'm not going to just, I'm helping you. I'm not just going to pat you on the back. Hold on a second. That's the problem with this generation today. Where everybody get a trophy and can't catch or shoot the fucking ball. Let's be real. Stop playing to see, I was in prison. I wasn't indoctrinated with the societal, everybody's equal shit. I wasn't indoctrinated with that shit because I know everybody ain't fucking equal. I ain't Delulu.
Right.
Because the people that play that, it's time to wake up. All of us ain't Delulu. If you can't catch the ball, you ain't even getting on the team, much less get a fucking trophy. Dead ass.
Right.
But society has made it with everybody can get
participation trophies.
That ain't right. Yeah. That ain't right.
Just because you're on the team.
Now what you do is you have somebody who has the talent, but he's hidden amongst a bunch of people
that don't have the talent.
What they call that shit when you do too much for a person and they end up can't do it for themselves? when you just give a motherfucker too much, you're doing too much.
Enabling?
Enabling. That's what they're doing. When they giving them too much, they enabling them. Because the moment that the world really start handling them motherfuckers, they're gonna crash out.
Yeah.
Or get crashed on.
Or
So
just
the
crash
situation about
nowhere. Or just be right there.
So while y'all was inside, when the Bloods that was in the street came in, how did you handle those situations? When you knew they weren't representing what y'all started?
We sent them right back out from whence they came. They wasn't gonna live amongst us or none of that. They per the medical unit or outside hospital, you're gonna be relocated amongst us.
Nah, we
didn't
had dudes
accept
dropping
that.
this shit left and right when they came inside.
It was very in our communication, and like I said, it was very tight. It wasn't too much that leaked through the phone.
We closed the books at that time. When them newspaper articles were coming in, that's when we shut the books down for every hood. Right, at that time.
When you say close the books.
Close the books, that means nobody can be recruited.
Yeah, no more recruits. We
No
shut
more
it down.
recruits.
At
So
that
if
point,
you
you gotta
came in at a
realize.
time when you came in from the street and we say, yo, when you came home, if you came in at the time with the, first of all, even if the books was open and you wasn't a yard hood, your ass was out of here. You was out of here. Everyone see your people with, what the fuck you locked up for? Cause we know y'all out there touching fucking people, little girls and shit.
Yeah, it was a long time in whereas any homie, like we ran into a counter that came from the streets. I don't care where you came from, Queens, Brooklyn, Harlem.
Yeah.
And you came in there amongst us, we're gonna find out exactly how you was blunting, who you was, if you was fake claiming leadership out in the street.
That part.
Misleading the people who don't know better, you heard? Eventually we got up with you, eventually came out, you heard? You know, it definitely caught up to him.
Was there ever a point where you kind of re-educated? Because I feel like a lot of people gravitated to it. Because we tribal people.
Right,
we
right,
look
right.
for family.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And there was a lot of misguided people looking for family,
Right,
looking for
right.
something to be loyal to.
Right.
Did you re-educate those
Yeah,
brothers?
absolutely.
Of course
That's what
we
the
did.
classes are for.
Of
My
course
classes,
we did.
I had auditoriums full of re-education. And those are the ones that came out here and became pillars of the community. Like I said, 75 to 80% are the dudes that's in the nonprofit work right now. From Audi and them up in Exodus to
The G-Money.
the homie Red Rum and them. And I'm doing that. I'm mentioning these dudes because they inside these organizations, but they in there by the dozens. They from out of them yards. And they out here as case managers.
Yeah.
They out here saving lives. They got dudes jobs. Families are tighter than ever. I mean, yo, it's all on the up. It's all on the uprise. That came from the classes, us on the gates, throwing lines and sending dudes down literature from the box. I did 16 years inside J. Confinement. He did 13. My first 16 years out of the 32 years that I did in prison was in the box. His first 13 was in the box.
Why?
Unmanageable. I was young. Like I said, I went to trial at 21. Blue trial, got 12 and a half to 25 years to do. I couldn't see that, man. Right? Like even a minimal. Then I owed time from a previous parole thing, so they tacked all that together. So it came up to like a 15 to 30 I had to serve. And I did 23 out of that. I'm just saying, in the mind frame from once I went in, I couldn't see that. I couldn't even see 6 years into that sentence. And, you know, it was hard, though. It was really hard.
But for me, like I said, I went in there. I had 271 years of life. I ended up doing 32. Once I gave the time back, I told my mother before I got out of prison, I said, Mom, I'm gonna make these people kick me out of jail. She thought I was bugging. But when I started getting banned from every other prison like these dudes, where we couldn't go to jails.
Why were you getting banned?
Because we got admin seg and we was too influential in the jail. See,
it
if we
was
were just us
problematic.
alone, they would have beat us to death like they did so many other men in prison. But it was our influence that we had over the populace.
And we saved each other, too. The fact that we was unified. They know they not going to come and just beat him and him. They know it's going to be all of us that's going to come. You come get him and you're going to get all of us, right? And we meant that.
So did you guys like lower the amount of violence that was going on in the prisons that you went?
Yes, this is me.
Yeah.
Me, I especially could take claim to that when I went to jails, and we talking about war, in fact, we talking about gangs in there, Bloods, Crips, Latin Kings, that time. They in there fighting and killing and slashing the shit out of each other. When I started moving, because we got banned from so many different, we just one of many, right, of the first generation. We get banned from jails, but we get admin seg, and they don't, and then they get to the point where they can't even admin seg us no more. Because that's the box. I could yell out the window. I could send a kite.
I don't send shots in the box.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
So it's like they looking like.
So they're like, yo, we can't even kick you in the facility because you in the compound, you're still gonna be able to get word of influence. And it's not word of influence where I'm telling the homies of them attack my enemies. I'm telling them to keep the pressure on the administration. They don't get no raise. They don't get no break every time the cell open. We pop on one of them.
And it could be something totally unrelated to, say, us as a blood. Just as a black inmate going through the struggles, we all could testify that in there, we step up. Especially us. When we came
we put our face on it.
We be the first ones on the front line. You know what I'm saying? And might not even know the brother. I might have seen him a couple times in the yard, yeah. I'm not gonna let no injustice or nobody do nothing to you.
See, I'm not gonna.
Whether it's an officer or somebody else.
We're not the type to sit back and press a button. Cause I got life in prison. What the fuck I need your little ass to put my work in? Plus, I like to do things to people. I got a lot of suppression. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm supposed to be here according to them till I die. I'm dead. I'm not gonna die here quietly, motherfucker. If we gonna die in this motherfucker, we gonna die in this motherfucker making a whole lot of fucking noise on them, not each other. I used to come in prisons, the ops were so happy that I was there.
Why?
Because they know everybody gonna stop fighting. The pressure's off.
Yeah, they ain't want us to tag into it. It could be stuff going on with something totally, like I said, unrelated to us. They didn't want us to tag into that. The strategies we use. We set up strategies that 20 years and nobody outthought the strategy.
And alliances. I had so many allegiances with the leaders of these gangs that was supposed to be my ops. Their leaders never was my ops. They always was my man. Before the gang culture hit the prison system. Like I said, we grew up in juvenile to adults, from juvenile to adults together. We always been friends. We done had our little fist fights. A couple of us done slashed each other and things of the nature, but we worked it out. Because mutual homies. Right. You know what I'm saying? Your man's, he's like, you know what, man, I got him back, all right. Or we just gonna knuckle up. Either way, it was more unification. I come from that era. So when I got, and the gang culture came into prison, when I get into a prison, I know all the leaders. And plus they got me in their history as an ally. And I worked those allegiances. And just like I used to go to, if I see a Netta as leader, and one of the police either murdered or maimed one of the Nettas. Now, it's not only my supporters as other Damus, it's also Crips that I saved and helped and got under the order that, hold them down. Where they living all right. As long as they ain't violate, they good. And other flags. When I go to the leader of the so-called op, because one of his people got popped on by the administration, I said, yo, when y'all ready to move for your manito, let us know. Because me and all my resources gonna move with y'all too. But y'all gonna make the decision.
Most of all, sometimes they won't take that option.
The leader is gonna take that position. He gonna make every one I pressed on, not one wanted to get down with the get down. What they do, they make all type of excuses why they manito ended up being murdered, beaten, or went to the box. Beaten. He did this, he didn't listen to us, he did dudes, they find all kinds of excuses. So what I do is put the leader on the spot in front of all the soldiers. And I say, yo, you doing the same thing Ray did. You do the same thing you too. So when they pop on you, he gonna make the same excuse for y'all. Wow. So what happened? Now his homies become my homies. Because they're like, damn, I can't fight a mother. If you my op and you willing to pop on the oppressor for my abuse, how the fuck I'm supposed to be your op, bro? How I'm supposed to be your op? Right. You popping on my oppressor. Me and you stop fighting. You come and volunteer your services and your resources to my abuse to fight my abuser. Yeah, I don't care what me and you had.
Want
That's
some
dead.
strong alliances like that, though.
That's dead. Whatever mean problem you and I had, because we black and brown or we black and black, that's dead. Cause this motherfucker is a super oppressor, and you came to help me for that and risk your life and your freedom, and you brought some help with you. Yeah, man, I love all you motherfuckers.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Y'all my mans in them, bro.
Right.
I'm smarter than the devil. Way smarter than the devil, because I want to beat him the fuck up.
Right.
But I gotta appreciate the fact that you guys are unifying shit. That's you don't really see that.
Nigga, we
Even today,
unified the
you don't
demons.
see it today neither.
Listen, you know why I talk about hell so confidently? I will fuck hell around if I end up going. I know they don't want me. They're gonna kick me out like Adam. Okay? Because I've been through hell already.
Right.
And hell spit us the fuck out. Literally. If you did a bid like we did a bid, you know the devil when you see him. And I don't need to go to no Illuminati Diddy party to find that fucking.
And that lends to a more mature purpose too today. Like I talked to him, like, yeah, we owe this to the youth, man. Yeah. We in the second part of life. I'm 51 now. I ain't even talking about the 80, 84, 85. I was 11 years old. I wasn't qualified.
I'm the older brother.
Right, yeah. So it's like, yo, we owe that to the youth today, man. Like, it ain't just getting out of prison and readapting or acclimating back to society. We got to push back from whence we came to, and from whence we came, all that we came from. Yeah.
So do y'all want the Bloods to cease or reform?
Reform.
Reform.
Because you know why I say reform and we don't say cease? Because black people, when you got some form of unity, you need to hold on to that.
I'm not against this ceasing though. If it's for the me, I'm saying that. I'm not against eradicating it or rebuilding something else if it's for the best of the youth and the generation after them, yeah. Because like I told them, we old now, yeah.
We old, I ain't old. I'm in the
we
fucking
ain't
gym.
gonna be around.
My age is old. Don't get that.
Yo, we can't leave no legacy. We can't leave no legacy
I run
like
upstairs,
this.
I run blocks, I do laps.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gotta be
faster than a
something
whole
else.
bunch of young dudes around me right now. I got my YN right now. Right? I run these niggas down. Straight up.
Right.
Ain't nothing they can do better than me, bro. You got me fucked up. Just speaking for himself.
Yo, we gotta get this OGs versus YGs. We gotta get this going.
All right.
Are y'all down for that?
Yeah.
OGs versus YGs.
Oh, hold on, time out. ITF, I thought you was gonna remind me, blood. Well,
ITF.
okay, hold up. Okay, what'd you just say?
OGs versus
the
YGs.
Listen, that's a great segue. We got that going on right now. This is my old. Okay, I'm an OG. That's my OG.
No, you know, you
Right.
said 45 to 55.
Hold on, chill.
In there.
That's OG Blue.
Right.
Right. That's my manager
Blue.
and my business partner. Along
Shout
with
out
my
Blue,
wifey. Don't hurt me. Okay. But no, we got pieces putting together.
Yeah.
I got this organization that the brother was supposed to be in here too. I gave him the address. He was supposed to caught up in traffic. Brother named Jay, he got ITF. That's called In the Field Sports. Go to ITF Sports. It's on Instagram, and they got a paintball.
Oh yeah, I've seen
paintball
that.
joint,
I've
yeah.
seen
Okay.
that. The
Well,
paintball.
they got ops.
Right. Against
gays.
other ops.
And they leaving it on the field.
It's
Right.
fun though.
And they out there, but it ain't all just about giving them these paintball weapons and they going out there just,
Shoot headshots.
you know, on Grand Theft Auto in each other and shit.
Right.
You know, still Call of Duty. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? In the fucking hood.
Right.
That ain't what it look like.
Right.
Right? But what it is that it teaches these kids gun responsibility. And what that looks like is that in the era I grew up, me and a lot of my homeboys, we was packing. I grew up, I'm talking about I was out in the streets in the 80s when crack first came out.
There were still gun stores in New York at that time, right?
No, hell no. I don't remember no gun store in New York. I lived here all my motherfucking life.
And there was a robbery, I think, some Panthers
Pawn
held
store.
up.
There wasn't gun stores.
Pawn store.
The
Pawn
pawn
store,
shop
yeah, pawn
had
shop,
guns
yeah.
in there.
Right.
New York ain't never had no
No
gun.
gun
New York ain't
store.
never been
Right.
no gun-friendly fucking
State,
state.
no.
Right.
They had pawn shops with weapons in there. Yeah, but a lot of pawn shops got their guns stuck and you can pawn a fucking gun if it's legal.
Right.
However, but as I'm saying that the era. What I was saying? What the fuck?
Era, you guys,
Huh?
you guys, we should have saved the Tito's for that.
Yeah, you should have Tito's for that. Yeah. Now I feel old.
So they teach gun safety.
Thank you for the
right.
thank you, man. Excuse me. Okay, well, the gun safety, like I said, we just ain't giving these kids these guns and tell them to go ahead and paramilitary and train to kill your fucking ops in the hood. We ain't doing that. Right? We teach, like I said, the era I grew up, a lot of my homeboys, we were packing at that time. We had guns. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 80s crack era where the stick-up kid became hitmen. You follow what I'm trying to say? Right. So at that time, a lot of my friends, you know, we getting high, we doing things. A lot of sucker shit was done, but I don't want to kill my homeboy though. So we used to take our guns off us and give it to other homeboys and scrap up. Right? Gun responsibility means every time I get mad don't mean I have to pull my gun out and shoot your fucking ass. Right. Because your mama know my mama. We from the same neighborhoods. I may not think our people know each other, but somebody in our families know each other. And I don't want my people walking through the neighborhood where I done killed somebody and now your family, the family of the deceased, is looking at my people like they crazy because they know that's my people and I'm in the cell doing life. I don't want to leave that type of fucking wake in my self-destruction. My self-destruction, I should be the only person suffering from that other than the victim. Right. But no, it's not me only suffering or the victim suffering, it's the family of the victim, then my family, then the community, and it just spread out and go on and on and on and on and on.
It's a never-ending story.
It's a never-ending fucking cycle and story, and everybody's affected. So I say this though, that so much of the things with what we doing with the program is that we teaching these kids how not only gun responsibility and shit like that, but how to be able to get to that point with just knuckle up. You know what I'm saying? Think about all that what you're doing. Because when you take a life, you forfeit your own. And you know when I say you forfeit your own, whether you get knocked for it or not, you're always on the lookout. Head on the swivel until you get knocked. Right. You're always gonna live your life in fear of getting caught.
You talking about proper problem solving though. It's like even like I said, everything with us came with maturity, you heard? I wouldn't encourage nobody to just you had a problem, so you go get a gun and he go to get. To me, that just sounds so irrational, you heard? Right. And it's pointless. Cause ain't nobody gonna win. Somebody gonna go to the hospital tomorrow, in homicide, whatever locality, all that. Anyway, they're gonna get you. Right. So that ain't problem solving right there. We need to get them more, acquainted with that day, you heard? And in order for us to do that, we got to be the credible messengers that we naturally are and from whence we came, you heard? Al Sharpton can speak to masses of people and all that about certain things, but has he been through it? Has he endured it? Has he actually experienced all that he speak about? That don't make you a messenger. It don't make you a credible one. We got the lifestyle. We got the know-how. We too be the credible messenger that this city and eventually other cities gonna need. Because we ain't gonna go into no room full of incorrigible youth or wayward youth that's dangerous. I'm not gonna feel no type of way. I'm not gonna be up my square. Eventually I'm gonna resonate with all of them and I'll bring them right where they need to be.
But I do feel like you guys should reach out to the people who do have the influence and kind of unify that. If it's about reform,
That's the mission statement.
That's the mission statement.
The mission statement, like I said, it wasn't something that we made about here, right? Because like I said, when me and Jim got into it, right, I went to go look at my page, and a lot of the work that I've been doing since I've been out of prison, everything went up. All the views went up. All the views of all the work that I've been doing, everything I've been doing for the old people in my community,
throughout the city. All over.
Like I said, I sit on the boards for the mayor's office, Mark J. The mayor's office of community justice. I'm a board member. Me and my little brother been on the board for Mark J almost a year and a half, right? I'm also sit on the community board in Eastern York for my district. I get to say what residents, what type of buildings, what type of businesses come in my community. I'm involved in the community I got a congressional award from Congressman Hakeem Jeffries and Councilman Chris Banks. I got a city council award, recognition award in ECO just this several months ago, this year. So it's not that we just talking that fucking talk. We walking the way we walk. Getting involved in the politics in my community. Just beyond the big yard. Just because I was in the yard, how people that been out here for decades, I've been away for decades. And you got people that's out here, I'm in positions in my community when I'm helping my community grow and blow from political offices that I'm sitting on boards and I'm fresh out the fucking cell.
Because that's your mission is.
It's obvious that, it's obvious that it wasn't me that wasn't paying attention. It's obvious that the people that was out here already wasn't paying attention to what was going on in the community. You know why? I came home on a mission and knew what I was gonna do when I got out here, because I wrote it down because I was peeking over the wall like Waldo. Motherfucker. Looking at society, seeing all the fuckery that I'm getting ready to walk into. And I ain't gonna come out here with no fish tank shoes and let all the people that I consider kind of lost in the sauce show me the way. Because a lot of people done lost their values and their principles. I sat in that cell for 16 years with God. 16 years, 12 years without coming out my cell, because every time I come out, I gotta pop on the pigs. So I sat in the cell. If it wasn't for a visit or a medical call or the shower, I stayed in the cell and read and prayed till I became a priest, a minister of the things that I was reading and praying about. I didn't just want to be a reader and a prayer and a worshiper of the things that I felt that was saving me. I wanted to be a minister and a priest of it. And I got certification to say that. It ain't self-proclaimed. It's certified. I'll publish it if you need to see it. I'll let you see it if you need to see it.
So walk me through these situations that you guys diffuse now.
Oh, up in Harlem? Oh, that was crazy.
Harlem, we went up there for a night when our brother invited us up for a night on the town.
We was up there, yeah.
As even though like I said, I lived in Harlem and got a Harlem legacy. I'm the third cousin of Bumpy Johnson. I call him my cousin. I call him my uncle, but it's not my uncle. It's my third cousin. We share. His grandparents is my great-great-grandparents. My grandfather and him is first cousins. They parents are siblings. So, but I got a legacy in Harlem not only through my blood relative Bumpy Johnson. I got a legacy in Harlem from when I lived there. Me and my family went back from Brooklyn to Harlem and back to Brooklyn.
Right.
But our brother invited us for a night out in Harlem. So we just going through Harlem to his little hot spots and out in neighborhoods that I frequent with.
And we ended up
this guy?
Yeah, 10 toes down.
So we ended up on 145th,
Face the wall.
144, bro.
We went through several. In fact, we had to cut the night short because that's when the old man shit syndrome kicked in. I had to be in bed by 12. I turned into a fucking pumpkin. Okay?
I was ready to go too.
No,
I don't want to be outside like that.
He invited us out and we went to 144th. We were talking to the brothers. We were chilling. And then we seen like 40 kids running to the block.
Then we heard them though before
we heard them before we
heard
seen
it. It's too much loud.
It was on Amsterdam Avenue.
Yeah.
No, Broadway.
Broadway, right. Amsterdam is the next corner, right? So when the kids ran into the block, we seen one kid take off, looked like he was injured, and two kids high on his heels. So him and I stepped right off. We stepped right into the mix. We got right into the blender. Cause that's what we used to being in the fucking blender.
Yeah, because he said to me, we had a personal moment. Like once we seen the altercation. I did see the boy, which is Dawn's son. I did see he was like guarding his side.
Yeah, he was running because he was stabbed.
Yeah,
oh,
wow. And
his hand got chopped up. So now the two kids that attacked him, when they couldn't, he ran and they stopped chasing him. They was coming back because his girlfriend was getting hopped on about 15
on the
kids.
Stoop. On that stoop right there, yeah.
So if you see the video, the little girl, they pulled all her hair out. She's sitting there with piles of hair. She didn't know she was slashed until she got home.
And took
we didn't identify the injury. Because she didn't know until she got home and disrobed. And that's when she found out that she was slashed and she needed stitches. Wow. But the boyfriend was stabbed. So the guys who stabbed him, when they finished chasing him.
They was on him, yeah.
They was on him. So they ran back towards the help the further injured the girl that was hot with about 15 kids on her.
Yeah, we was across the street by then.
So when we jumped into the street, the two assailants ran into us. And they was masked up like we wasn't scared. We been ran up before. We do some running up too.
And trust me, we not scared of no
And that's why I
knives.
told Shorty,
not scared of no knife.
if you watch the video and listen closely, I'm telling the kids to run for their life. Because at the same time, I'm trying to save you, Shorty.
Right.
I ain't trying to be saved, my motherfuckers.
Because nobody worried about no knife.
I'm trying to be the hero in the story.
Underweight.
But I've been
young
ran
kid
up
with a
on
knife.
before.
Nah, they ain't gonna do it.
And I ain't got no scars on my run up. Cause I run up on the run up. We were prepared. But we were there to save lives. And we did. And unbeknownst to us, the community was connected to the victims.
Yeah.
And they spoke out about how they felt about that.
Yeah, I'm still getting appreciation praises in my Instagram from people who still right now. Just like I go through, I'm still getting it. Thank you. And it's heartfelt, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it felt good.
It made me being outside that night worth something. You know? When I went to sleep that night, I felt good, you know? Because I heard a lot of people too in the streets, man. Everybody know that. My reputation supersedes me, you know? But to flip it around and do that, yeah, I felt good that night, you know?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
That was a good feeling. And like I said, I'm used to that feeling because I do it a lot.
And I want to do more of it.
And I do it so I can feel more. I'm addicted to that feeling. That's why if you go to our page where we both posted on our channel, you'll see after we came, when we left the kids and we made sure everybody was safe and we came back to the group of brothers that we were, chilling with, I came back on the sidewalk and I was telling a brief history about me being a big brother. How I'm the oldest brother of 13 and I'm the oldest cousin of my generation. And when my younger siblings and my younger cousins and them used to get into situations in the community and school and things of that nature, they come and say, always say, I'm gonna go get my big brother.
Right.
Or I'm gonna go get my big cousin.
Right.
I'm the big brother and the big cousin they gotta come and get. Right? And if I know I can't beat you, man, I ain't walking up on the block so you can spank me. I'm bringing my dog, that's gonna bite the shit out you. I'm bringing my weapon that I'm absolutely gonna use on you. And I'm bringing my gang so we can hop the shit out of your ass.
Right.
I'm not losing, I'm the hero in this fucking story. You know what I'm trying to say? And I said that night, and I've been saying that for years. That's been part of my cliche, my slogan. I want to be the hero of the story because there's so many stories I was the fucking villain, never the victim. The victim of society, the system, of course, but never the victim, always the villain. But now it's time for me to be the hero.
So this is part of you guys trying to not undo what you did, but fix.
Yeah,
To balance out the karma, man.
extended debt.
Because even though I threaten the devil and I'm gonna fuck him around if I end up down that motherfucker, but I ain't trying to go to hell, man.
Yeah, it's like an extended debt.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Man,
I want to go to paradise.
like seriously.
You know what I mean? I want to sit in my mind. Heaven to me is St. Thomas on the beach.
Down, Satan.
Okay. Knock off the
Down,
So we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Wait for you to open it up.
I thought you said you was
No,
going
you just gonna open it up. You bringing
You
us
just
back.
gonna sit here
You
the
bringing us
whole
back.
show and say nothing.
Nah, listen.
Like
listen,
security.
listen. Hold on.
This nigga
Hold on.
security tonight.
That's what you made
He
me
got his
before.
own
You
channel,
made me the
but
Ninja
he's
Turtle security. You
And
made me the
no
Ninja Turtle security.
Mandu Hoffa.
Listen.
There we go.
My whole
big
reason for being here was to help these brothers' voices get heard.
Right.
Now,
Appreciate you.
when we all came together through OG Blue, who made it all possible.
Shout out to
the
Blue.
big bro.
Shout out to Blue.
Shout out to OG Blue. OG Blue is the one who had got the contact with them. No one be noticed that we all had a connection through other homies outside of this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then not even knowing that he been a supporter of my joint for my channel for years.
Since I got out, what you talking about?
Since he got out, he been a
5
supporter.
years. Hold on.
Right.
Today, not the whole 5. It's 4.5 years.
Okay.
Because I wasn't fucking with the YouTube when I first came home because there was gate banging going on. But no, definitely
No, you
4.5
probably seen a
years.
couple of my videos.
You said you was-
I seen all your shit, but I'm saying no. I fuck with him hard body, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, but it's for 4.5 years. I definitely, because my girl like your channel too, because you talk like a grown ass fucking man.
That's a fact.
So
You got grown man principles. So
You said you didn't fuck with the YouTube because it was gangbanging going on?
No, it was gate banging, not
Gate
gang
banging.
banging. Gate banging, gate
Arguing
banging.
back and
I did
forth.
16 years in the box. I know what gate banging sound like.
Right.
And if nobody don't know what gate banging is out here, for everybody that never been in prison, gate banging is when everybody on the gate arguing.
That's right. Everybody talking at one time.
Yeah, and being the worst, and with the worst behavior.
With no filter neither.
No filter.
That's
Right.
the
All your
dirtiest
secrets,
person win.
whatever conversations you had, it's battle rap. It's battle rap in the box on the gate.
No balls.
Okay? And when I
Dirty
catch you in
way.
population, I'm a Matt Hoffa in your face. Ding dong me.
You're going to continue my legacy. All right?
I want to, no violence, I'm sorry.
But on a serious
Dr.
note,
King.
I want to ask y'all if there's a part of you that feels responsible for all the deaths, the murders, the violence that happened on the East Coast under blood.
You want to answer that question first? You want to speak to that first, Blood?
Yeah. In all honesty, yeah. Yeah. Especially we 30 years into this right now. It's a 16-year-old, 13-year-old. It don't matter.
Right.
It don't matter if it's 13, 16-year-old. When I hear stuff about that, and then it's documented and known that they was homies and all that, yeah, it kind of bothers me.
Yeah. For me,
So I came out the house at 13. I wasn't deceased at 13.
Right.
You know, I went through a lot of hardships with the criminal justice system from 13 to say I got out of prison at 48. But nah, I wasn't doing no death trap like that. That's bad.
Right.
yeah, but for me, absolutely. Right. I was 14 when I caught my first man down. I started early. For all the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, absolutely, because a lot of these young brothers and them that don't know us directly just heard our rep, heard our stories throughout the the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the bloodline, the stories are being told from big homie to big homie.
Word to Mandu was a thing.
Word to Mandu was a thing, and I wasn't out here in the street when it was a thing. I had a young brother from out of Flatbush, and he was a homie, and he was one of the students in my classes in Comstock, and he came to class mad hype. Like when he made the call, my call outs for my classes, it might take you 4 months to get in one of my classes. That's how popular they were. That's fire, right?
Right, that's right.
Like how the fuck you in prison and you gotta wait 3 to 4 months to get on a Mandu call out, son. Beyonce ain't got shit on me.
Right.
You gotta wait
Yeah,
3
you
4
see how
months to get in my
he looked at you,
class.
he's beating me, you say, yeah.
Okay,
you-
son?
Right.
Because the list, before I got there, nobody was going to that fucking class.
Right.
I know how to educate and entertain you at the same time.
So when he got there,
So when who got there?
The
Who
guy,
the fuck-
the dude you say came to the class, he was so
from
hyped.
Flatbush.
Oh no, you talking about the little homie from Flatbush.
Right.
Yeah, when he got there, he came in, he was like his third class. And I used to have it once a week. So when he got there, he at first he was shy because he know who I am before I know who he know who I am.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm that big in his life. I'm thinking he's just another little young brother coming through the penitentiary that I'm mentoring and send back to the street worth something. You follow what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Send back to the street to do the things that I can't get to the street to do, which is heal my community. That's what I'm thinking. So the young brother, after he goes to the third class, he's more acclimated to the class, my personality. You see, I'm approachable. Even though in their mind, I'm the big homie, but I'm not conceited. I ain't Remy Ma. I'm Mandu Warrior.
Right.
So I ain't conceited. I like to have fun with my little YNs. Because in my mind, I'm still, not in my mind I'm the age I am and older with the wisdom. But the energy that I possess, I'm still the 19-year-old kid that went in prison. So I still got that energy, because that's what I've been holding on. I ain't want them crackers to drain that. So when the little young brother came through, he told me, he said, yo, in the street, after he got familiar with me, he said, yo, in the street, you know, when we give our word to something, we say word to man do. I was fucked up. Because I know niggas get their word to a whole lot of foul shit. Right? Your word ain't always to something positive. Like, that's my word, I'm gonna do this for you. That's something positive.
Right.
That's my word, I'm not lying to you, I'm giving you my word that I'm making a commitment to what I just told you my word was to. Right. My word is my bond. But you got also dudes from the gang culture that's following the gang culture not through what we pioneered it for and why we pioneered it and the conditions that we was under that made us do what we did to fight back against the system that was oppressing and fucking us around. The media told them something different. The media told them other than what we was telling them on the paper. Because when they got that package, when you swore that oath, and you got that yellow envelope with all them codes and who's who.
And all the relevant information you
and
mentioned.
that whole LU, that whole relevant information package. Thank you, because the feds is listening. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when you got that, you knew the code of ethics, the code of behavior, the code of honor. You was a straight soldier with it. You had to come in there as an honorable person. That's what I'm saying, what the paper said.
Right.
Well, when people just want to go do with their own thing and freestyle. So, yes, I feel absolutely responsible because before I redeemed myself, before I went on the path to righteousness, my path of destruction was historic. I wouldn't have been able to join and contribute without a rep. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew who he was before he picked up the red flag. I never was a Decepticon.
That was.
Well, he was.
Right.
And when the Decepticons popped out, I was already in jail. I was already up top when they first pioneered.
Yeah, and that's why I came up through.
But I heard his name from the cell. He was in the street. I'm, 7 years older than him. Mm-hmm. But he was in the street with something that I was in the cell, heard about, and I heard his name. So when he picked up that flag, when he came to 1 South and did that thing with us, I already knew who he was. I already knew who Bad Vibes was. Because I got mad Decept homeboys too. Just like I got mad low-life homeboys. You know how us Brooklyn niggas run? Yeah. We know every Brooklyn street crew in Brooklyn. From N.A. Rock.
And I'm from Franklin Avenue. I'm from Crown Heights.
Okay, to FAP.
President,
FAP.
Yeah, I know. I was over that. Yo, trust me, I know.
Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Since I'm shouting out Posse, shout out to my Assassin Stones, Beast Trippy. I see you. You see me.
But just like you was, like you said, like to piggyback on what you said too earlier, you know, bitch, you the big brother, everybody running your door and all that in the neighborhood the same way. And anybody in my neighborhood, the Crown Heights or Franklin Avenue, beat my door down, and I was with the shit.
Come knock my window. Rooster. Yeah, you know how I know about you? Do Rooster. Yeah. My warrior Rooster. Shout out Rooster.
It's still a
firstborn
today.
Yeah. I knew of his name through another Crown Heights resident, born was Rooster, firstborn from Warrior Clan. He used to tell me about Bad Vibes and Rumble all the time.
Yeah, Ralph Lowe, that's what
right.
Shout out to
and Ralph Lowe used to tell me about the two. Shout out to Ralph Lowe. I ain't seen since Attica Yard Flatline.
Nah, I seen him.
Well, I'm talking about me. I ain't say you.
Yeah. Right.
But still in all, so you get to your next question, to seal this up. Yes, we both, he said he feel responsible, and I also feel responsible because my reputation and the negativity that came with it, some people see it as, remember, one man's terrorist is another man's hero.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So one man's gangbanger is another man's savior. You follow what I'm trying to say? And it works that way.
But without blurring the lines, what do you think today, when you talk to these young brothers, what do you want this to represent? And can it even be reformed? Because I asked you earlier if it could be reformed. But now that we have like gang Ricos, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it could be reformed through information. You see, the reform comes through, just like we were reformed, self-reform. We autodidactic.
Yeah, but we not no actively gang.
Hear me out. Of course we're not active, but I'm saying the fact of the matter is that the reform comes, nigga, the mentality ain't active because motherfucker ain't trying to end up in nobody's cell.
Right.
But the mentality has to get reformed whether you active or not. Because you could be not active and still have gangbang mentality.
Right.
You just rolling solo dolo.
Right.
You just ain't running with a bunch of motherfuckers that can hide the possibility of getting you knocked or telling on you. You understand what I'm saying? You're a one-man game. So I say that to say that a lot of the responsibilities that I took upon myself is what made me want to reform myself. It wasn't the system. Prison don't do reforming. That's a corruption. You just come out of there a better criminal, not a reformed man. That's not the place for you to get reformed.
Or you don't come out at all.
Or you don't come out at all. You gotta put the self-work. It's self-help in prison. You gotta be autodidactic, self-taught.
So what made you want to change?
What made me want to change? I got tired of being in jail all my fucking life. From the age of 11 to 17, every summer I spent on somebody's baby jail. 18 was the only summer that I had free. 19 to 54, I was incarcerated. So what made me want to change is the pain of incarceration. And it wasn't just the brutality that I suffered at the hands of the administrators and the prison guards and that entire slavery system, the legalized 13th Amendment. It wasn't only that I suffered and I'm a survivor of, it's also a survivor of my conscience. For when I actually became a righteous man and started begging for righteousness, my conscience was my worst abuser, self-abuse.
What are the things that you regret the most?
That I did all my crimes to people that look like me. Every case I ever caught, every crime I ever committed was against the people that suffered like me, that was in the same condition as I was.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
How about if it
would
was
like
a
to
different
answer that
color?
question, man.
Would it have been better?
Absolutely not. Because I would be able to say that in the beginning, in my younger years of ignorance, I would have said, yeah, I should have did it to white people. But by the time I got to the age I am right now, and so many white homies that held me down, I had Aryan Nation dudes holding me down in prison. Yeah. Aryan Nation. I taught the Aryan Nation Odinist Wooten class. That's where they worship Thor and Odin. It's called Wooten. Wednesday is named after Wooten. I know everything about everything.
Greece, we got a homie in Greece right now.
Right now.
Right now.
And right now, that be hitting us on the line. And I got so many biker friends, Aryan Nation friends, that they ain't really Aryan Nation. Because I used to teach their class, for 8 week what you call that? Like a schedule. For 8 weeks I had a course. So 8 weeks, at the end of 8 weeks is when I seal up the whole course, right? When it be the final class. And I used to take them through the whole Wooden, Odin, Thor worship.
Right.
And at the very end, the last class, and mind you, I got reading and participation.
Right.
You'll read a chapter and we'll discuss. I say, hey, Math, I need you to read this paragraph. You'll read it and then we'll break it down for the whole class to get.
Right.
So I would have these Aryan Nation white boys in this Wooden Odin class that they got the jail to give them, that they asked me to teach them. And at the very last class, I would have them read paragraphs with Odin, the god that they worship, where the person that's writing the book is an Odinist. He worship Odin too. Right. And they gonna describe what Odin looked like. Now the book that they read it from is like they OG Mac of the book.
Right.
Like if you were older than this, you're Aryan Nation, you got to have this book in your life.
Right.
This book is your fucking Bible.
Well, what's the description?
Okay, description is where they describe Odin. And I got a white Aryan Nation brother reading this. I'm calling my brother because they end up being my brother after they read it.
Yeah, he's reading it.
Okay.
I know where he going.
I think I know where you going.
He going just
They read the paragraph,
Right.
and the paragraph describes what the fuck Odin looked like.
Dirty motherfucker.
And they describe Odin with oily black raven skin. That's no motherfucking Thor to me. Outside no white god to me. Odin, Aryan Nation. They describe the father of your blonde-haired, blue-eyed fucking god.
Was you teaching this class to be spiteful?
No, absolutely. Yeah. Because I knew Odin was a nigga. I knew Odin was fucking black. Absolutely. With a shock effect.
That's how you combat racism.
What the fuck you talking about?
That's right.
For fun. Listen, I'm
That's
in
how you
prison.
dissolve
I got
racism.
271 years of life, according to these devils, right? But I know I ain't jacking that, right? But I'm gonna be here for a long time before I get this shit back.
Right.
I need some fun, nigga. It's a monotony in prison. Every day it's the same fucking thing. Okay? I'm a fucking comic book kid. I'm gonna let my imagination run wild.
So you said I'm gonna teach these Aryans
That they God is
that they worship a black man.
Nigga
And they
God.
believe, to this day, they believe that.
They jack me.
They right now.
Oh, I still shout out to all my Aryan Nation, Big Phil and them 13%, 1%ers. You already know.
Wow.
They shout me out on the regular.
Once you teach somebody
Those my
something,
mans
it's hard to
they'll
teach
walk a
them.
motherfucker down. They'll walk. Boy, I never gonna put that out there. That's
Bruh.
okay.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation, shout out.
There it is.
Black
Okay,
God.
there it is.
Infiltrated.
Odin, Raven,
Exposed.
black skin, last chapter.
Exposed.
You said you wanted to answer the same question.
You said the actual question for us was his regrets, sir. I felt that, and I'll just say it. If I was to answer that, it was like how I let anger control me for most of my life. Right?
Thanks.
Cause I really, like when I look back at it, it was just flaming anger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which made me the monster that some people probably see me as, but yeah, that's what it was.
What was the source?
Lost my mother when I was young, and I just couldn't take it. And for a long time, I wouldn't accept it. One of the deepest things I did in prison, though, like to add to my story, is I wrote her a letter in 1997. That's like almost 10 years after her death. I wrote her a letter and sent it to the crib and shit. But that's how I couldn't deal with it. I guess at that point, that letter, which I sent to her, melted to her name and all that, it brought me closer to closure and acceptance all at the same time. I couldn't deal with one and one. I had to deal with it all on one lane.
That's a therapeutic method.
Yeah.
I've had to
my
write.
aunt got the
I had to
letter.
write a couple letters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I had to, man. And out of all people I could have wrote in the world, and I was writing a lot of time, 'cause I did a lot of time, I said I gotta write my mom.
what did you say in the letter?
Just
Can
that I
you share?
missed her. Yeah. And how much she missed, because I was 14 when I lost her. So you gotta realize that after that, my life was hell. Got convicted 21. I got arrested at 20. So it's not like I had...
I never knew you lost. As long as I know you, I've known you for like almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Right? I never knew you lost your moms at a young age like that. I thought all that time you was with us, you had your mama do on deck.
Nah, son, my grandmother.
That's fucking rough,
Then
bro.
it's crazy is I lost
I had
my
my
grandmother.
mom's on deck.
Nah, that was my grandmother. It was crazy. You
Oh,
know
that
that
was
too.
grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandmother, as soon as I got an open date, when they decided to let me go, I lost my grandmother waiting in the cell to come home.
Wow.
When they came, I had an open date. When the officers came to my cell, I was like, "You want to go to the funeral?" I told them, "Nah." I was gonna go. The morning they came to my cell early, I was gonna go, but I said, "Nah, I don't want to come home after this bed wearing that." You heard? You know what I'm saying? I said, "Nah." And I closed my cell. I said, "I'll be out of here in about 11 days. You heard? I'll be released." You heard?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a hard hit. I lost my
Yeah,
mom.
that's it.
I lost my mom. I went to my first parole board in 2018. My mom died January 16, 2018. And I went to the parole board October 2018. And that was my first parole board. That's when I had 30 in. And I lost my mom, like I said, I lost her at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. So I went 10 months with the loss, went to the funeral and everything with my family, grieved. Thought I was grieving because I lost so many people in prison. Yeah. In prison, you don't really grieve. You just
ain't no time for that. Ain't no space for
it. You bury the emotions of the grief, of the loss, with the people that you lost. And I still haven't really truly grieved my mother. And I know, because I read a lot of self-help psychology books. I even read Dr. Phil. Shout out Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read a lot.
What he's talking about.
Right.
I read a lot of books by him in the box. You know, I used to watch him on television a lot too. You know what he's talking about. And the truth comes from any shade of color. Mm-hmm. But while I was when I lost my mom, that was a hard hit because when I went to the board, I'm dealing with the loss of my mother. 28 days before the parole board, I'm going to commissary. I was in Sullivan prison. They had this big Arnold Schwarzenegger looking ass redneck. They used to mess with and Sullivan is like a cripple jail. No, right, that's like, jail is it's a small population, less than 500
yeah, but they got
prisoners in there. Yeah, most of the prisoners in there is elderly. It's like a senior citizen for prisoners. Wow. You got guys in there. Serial killers is in there.
Yeah,
they had the Amityville horror dude was in there.
David Berkowitz
was in there. The Amityville horror dude was
a
fucking nut. He was really crazy. He was in my house. We watching remember the new version of Amityville horror? I need to tell the story. I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, tell it.
Because this is everybody know who the fuck Amityville horror dude is, right? Well, I was in the house with this guy, and we watching the new version, the newest version of Amityville horror. And they show it, it's a series. Mm-hmm. So he's in the house with me. He's watching it every Sunday night with the rest of the house. And he's like, that's a lie. I shot Timmy in the head with 2 shots. They only got 1. And I'm like, damn, bro. This is the Amityville horror motherfucker. He's arguing with the TV.
So he's sitting there watching this
because they didn't accurately describe how he murdered his fucking family.
Damn.
Okay?
Damn.
Whoa, that's some crazy shit, bro. Right. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, I watched this kid, the motherfucker as a kid. And scared is the movie. When I watched the movie, I was like 14 years old. The woman in the closet was talking. The walls bleeding. Yeah, that shit was scary in the 70s, like The Exorcist.
Right.
I'm 58 years old. You couldn't pay me to watch The Exorcist. You couldn't give me all the money in the world to watch this little bitch turn her head. All I needed one time. I'll be popping that shit about the devil. When he spin his shit,
I'm out of there. You see, out of there. You take it on the hop. You say, yo, whoa.
I'm on the hop.
Right.
No, I'm saying, it was that impactful.
Right. So you watching this shit with him and he's
I'm watching this shit with this nigga and I'm saying, like, this is amazing because this nigga is part of America's horror history.
Real history, too.
Jason. Yeah, Ronnie McPhail. Ronald McPhail. We call him Ronnie. Yeah, DeFeo. That motherfucker. He about this big. Little itty bitty motherfucker. Look like crazy. Look like
so you say he's watching the new version? Yeah, he's watching the new version.
He's watching the new version.
So that's
arguing with the TV, saying, I didn't kill my family. This is a lie. Fake news.
He said, I shot Timmy there twice.
He said, I shot Timmy twice. I didn't shoot Timmy once. I had 2 barrels on little Timmy. Right. So, but I'm saying that this is part of American horror history.
Yeah.
I've been with people like that.
Right.
I've been with David Berkowitz. This is a big ass redneck.
Yeah.
Right? And he's crazy as fuck.
Mark Chapman too, that's my buddy, man.
Oh, the one that shot John Lennon. Yeah.
I was a little boy now, but I just now met Mark Chapman in prison.
Yeah, when Gotti was on the island, we was like,
we got real close. Yeah.
Yeah, John Gotti, shout out.
They don't let him out.
They're not
gonna let him out.
I met John Gotti in real life at NIC when he was on Rikers Island. Before the Feds snatched him over Rikers Island when he first came through. We was at NIC with him. John Gotti called me the Bond boss. He said, man, do worry, because ain't no mafia in prison.
Right.
That shit don't work in the yard.
Don't work in the yard, no.
Okay? When you come to the yard, niggas own this shit. That mafioso, no so.
Right.
Nah, ain't no.
When Gotti was in 1B with us in ACM, and you see how shit was running, I took care of the OG. Yeah, I like his swag.
Now they had a couple of them real mafia dudes.
That nigga came through, that nigga said, yo, Mandu Warrior, you're the bond boss. He called me the bomb boy. I said, why you call me the bomb boss? He said, because you're in charge of all the animals. Yo, Flatline John Gotti. That was my man for them. I held him down. You know what I'm saying? I need some money from the mob.
Were you there when he got attacked?
No, that was in the feds. That was the feds. That's the federal.
This is when he was on Rikers Island before the feds came and snatched him up and taken him to federal custody. Before he got the MCC and all that shit there. Remember, they locked him up for a state case.
Right.
Before he got the federal,
He beat it.
He beat the state case in the feds.
They took him to the feds twice, though. They took him twice.
He was
Third
on the
time
island
they
with
burned
us,
him.
with regular motherfuckers.
Yeah, the third time they got him. He played himself, though. And he came up the court stairs. Somebody, he's a Teflon Don and he beat him.
Yeah, he did too much.
That was it. The president watched him
flex too much.
Yeah, it was too much.
Now, but like I said,
big ass cigar, push. Hey, you can't be. That's crazy.
Yo, but it's crazy that, like I said,
went on about your business.
We in prison. We meeting famous people in prison. Like ODB. I was in Clinton when ODB was there. But Old Dirty, he was in on what's the house in Clinton? APPU.
Pac was there.
I was in Lower F. Pac was there, but no, I was on the island with Pac at NRC. When he was shot up, when they brought him through, when we was all me and Hitman and them was in the big with him, we was in 3 Block. Remember NRC, NRC come to 3 Block on HCM 3 Block.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they right there. It's the only thing between us and Pac and Flavor Flav too. It was a cage, it was a fence. Wow. But we in the big on Rikers Island, they NRC, and that's like
a separate tank.
Yeah, separate tank, and they celebrities, so they can't put them in general population.
Okay.
So
they be in cage tank.
Have you ever seen any celebrities in general pop?
Nah, I mean that.
They ain't gonna put him out.
Yeah, nah. What's his name was in general pop? Shine.
No, I was in the box.
Yeah, he was with me in Woodburn. No, Woodburn.
On Woodburn when they dropped him out to a medium.
Yeah. I was remember me. You was speaking. I was in downstate when Shine first came through after the Diddy situation. We were in downstate box together. He was in the box for IPC. They had him separated. I was in the box for the box. But they had each company had a different classification. So when the police would go out for their break, we would be able to yell to other companies without the police interrupting us or turning the fan on, the exhaust fan, so we can't yell to communicate to each other on other companies. Right. So the police would leave for like a half an hour for shift change, and that's when we take that time to be able to spread messages to other galleries.
Right.
Well, Sean was on the gallery, and at that time, he had the song That's Gangsta. And I wrote him a kite with the porter. And I wrote him a kite and introduced myself. And I wrote the codes. And That's Gangsta, that was one of his popular songs.
And that was a code too.
It was a code.
That's it, it's a code.
And he made that a song, and it was his hit song. That was his debut song, That's Gangsta.
Right.
Remember, that's when we thought Biggie made
Bad Boys.
No, Bad Boys first. And the second,
first, yeah.
The follow-up was That's Gangsta. But That's Gangsta was a hit.
Right.
It was his biggest Bad Boys. That was one of his fucking top singles.
I don't think
That's Gangsta. What you telling me? That's Gangsta.
Bad Boy, that song you dropped, Bad Boy, I think it's.
So you telling me you never heard That's Gangsta?
Of course, I heard that.
Was it a popular song?
Yeah, it's popular.
So if it wasn't top of the charts, who the fuck am I? I ain't the top of the chart, nigga. But I know this shit was on the radio a lot.
Right.
It had a whole heap of spins.
So when you wrote to him, what'd you say?
I wrote him a kite and I told him it wasn't no threat because I'm a man of peace. But I want to know, yo, bro, you made a whole song off a code that I wrote for my people. You're not one of us, and you ate off of that. You and Diddy ate off of that. Now, I might be feeling you because you're from Rutland Road, even though I'm from Brownsville, and I used to have to fight you niggas from the 90s all the time because I was robbing you on Belmont and Pickens for your stuff.
Right.
Because you ain't never left Belmont and Pickens with a piece of jewelry or a piece of sneaker or a leather coat. if you was from the 90s.
Back in the days. Yeah,
Shout out to my homies from the 90s. We done friend up.
Yeah, shout out to the 90s.
Shout out to the 90s.
Definitely
All them
90s.
Rutland Plaza. Oh my God, them dudes there, boy. They try to hop me.
Right.
But I catch them on the Brownsville side, I'm hopping back.
Right.
You hop me on Rutland, but I hop you on Pickens.
What was
Gotcha.
it? What was Sean's response?
Sean respond. Okay, I wrote him a kite and I say, yo, bro, you made a #1 hit off of that, right? And I'm doing life in prison. I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking you to make a donation, not to me. Make a donation to a cause that I got. I had the Children Aid Society that was my last employment before I ended up catching all that time. I work for the Children Aid Society. So the work that I'm doing right now as a
continuation
58-year-old man, I was doing that when I was 15, 16, 17 years old in the street when I had summer jobs, when I wasn't locked the fuck up with the Children Aid Society with Ernest Richardson when I lived in a welfare hotel. That was my first summer job. So I worked with them a few years whenever I wasn't on Rikers Island.
Did Sean make the donation?
And well, when I wrote him the kite, I told him, who I was and how I felt about him eating off the song. And he told me he had no idea. I can't blame him for what he didn't know. He just heard the lingo in his neighborhood. And he just thought he didn't know that it was a blood code. And even if he did, it was popular lingo in the street. So that's what with the lingo, once it hit the street, everybody in the street saying that's gangster.
Yeah, that's gangster.
So it's part of the American lexicon. Like, if you're not part of the culture, and I tell you that half these rappers owe me a fucking check. I'm looking to the camera for this one. You motherfuckers owe me a check, man. Hey, I'm talking about I can go down the lineup. How many of y'all got my 200 deeps in your mouth? No diddy. You owe me a fucking check. I should have copyrighted them shits when I wrote them when I was in the fucking pound.
That's a business.
Because you wouldn't have any lyrics that influence the streets.
Does it bother you that you guys started this thing, but you're not recognized?
It's not about recognition because we recognize by the people that count. You understand what I'm trying to say? Let me make that clear. We are recognized by the people that fucking count. You understand what I'm saying? And that's only the first and second.
Yo,
hold on a second. The first and second generation was the ones that was the truest to the cause before it got polluted and diluted. Because when it was time to pop on the police, we didn't think twice about it. If they hurt one of us, I didn't even care if I didn't like you.
Yeah, well, come on.
I didn't even like your fucking style. I don't know how the fuck them niggas even gave you a fucking flag.
You know what type of strong
but yet
bond
still,
that is?
if you got popped on by the ops, by the popo, I gotta risk my body, my life, my safety, and my fucking, well, I'm doing life anyway at that time. I ain't give a fuck.
Right.
But it's a whole, nigga, I gotta risk my body and my life for a nigga that I don't even know, barely know, don't even know his name, ain't gonna recognize, ain't gonna remember his fucking name or remember his face, but I gotta fucking write a script for a few hundred niggas to orchestrate a pop-off and vengeance of a nigga that I don't even fucking know. And then I find out you a piece of shit.
That's that blind loyalty.
Blind
That's
loyalty.
how we live. That's how we travel too.
So how the fuck I'm not gonna be upset with somebody that didn't do what I contribute, what we contribute, and so many like us contribute? How are we not gonna feel a certain type of way when your skin ain't in the game like ours is? And we ain't here to, as you said, be relevant.
Right.
The work make me relevant, brother. I'm relevant to the people I need to be relevant to. I ain't here to save every fucking body. I ain't this era of inclusion. If you can't catch or bounce the ball or shoot the ball, you're not even getting on the bench. You ain't on the fucking team, much less get a trophy. I'm here for one specific group of people, the people that suffer like I suffer. Because everybody don't give a fuck about us, and I'm not going to pretend to give a fuck about everybody. I don't give a fuck where their advice come from, because everybody ain't give a fuck about people that look like me and been through what I've been through. I'm here to only give a fuck about my minds. That's it. All right? So if you can't cancel a canceler. I like Kanye. You cancel me, I cancel you back.
Right.
Cause your crimes is way worse than mine, motherfucker. In fact, my crimes is influenced by your ideology, your isms and schisms, your fuckery, the way you cast your spell on me through all the mediums that you use to cast a spell from pre-K
On up.
to college grad.
Break it down.
Yeah, because everything I watched and was influenced by was indoctrinated and doctored and cooked up and chef by you. You know who you are. Illuminati, Illuminati. The Illuminati is here to declare war on the Illuminati. I read the books. I know who Adam Weishaupt is. I told you I taught Luciferian Satanism, fucker. Can't fool me. I know all your rituals.
World control is for real though, man.
Yeah. And I'm not here to publicly tell everybody what, because I want some people to get caught up, because they need to be caught up. But the ones in my neighborhood, in my community, you can't get no more black bodies. Them days of black bodies and sacrifices is over. Nat Turner has been resurrected. Simply put, if you don't know what the fuck that is, Google it, keep it to yourself, spread it amongst your own. Denmark Vesey has resurrected. Toussaint Overtori has resurrected.
Even the John Browns.
John Brown! And he wasn't even brown. But John Brown got down so crazy. He was a whole white boy. John Brown was so ill that Frederick Douglass told John, you too ill for me, John. I want what you want, but I ain't willing to go to that extreme. And Frederick Douglass beat up his slave master, tried to break him. Frederick Douglass, at 15 years old, was sent to a slave-breaking, buck-breaking camp where they fuck you to buck you. No diddy. They break you. The only reason why the slave master didn't murder Frederick Douglass after he beat him in the head with Frederick Douglass beat this motherfucker right in the head with a hammer, bust him down, beat him with an inch of his life. Only reason why the redneck cracker didn't murder Frederick Douglass and lynch him, because it would have fucked up his business. He said, I'd rather you escape than for me to kill you. Because if I kill you, I ain't gonna make no money because I'm known for buck breaking.
Yeah.
So an escaped slave from a buck breaking plantation is normal. But a dead slave from a buck breaking plantation is abnormal. Because that's my property. You can't kill my property. I send them here to get broken, Bobby. Not to be murdered. You owe me some money. If I'm a slave owner, I'm needed for the slave to be broken, not murdered.
Do you see the same practices going on today?
13th Amendment all day, they try to break us.
Yeah.
We unbroken bucks. Did that make any sense to anybody? Didn't we tell you he did 13 and 16 years in the box? For bopping?
That's without any stimuli, TV, radio, nothing.
How do y'all survive in that?
Reading, picking up books, praying and reading.
I can honestly say I
For me.
probably lost my mind a couple times, man. Yeah. And somehow I found it back. It's just me. It's just me and my own, just in a box. Like you said, it's like just being locked over there, just being fed. We had drink water, food, water, little piece of mail from the world. That's no lifestyle right there, bro. And it definitely becomes sickening. It was really making me physically sick in there. You know, just being in one spot and getting up and only could move right here.
How many years you was in upstate box, Bobs?
9. I did
9 years.
I did 7 years straight in one cell. I started getting sick in a cell. I'm talking about my blood pressure. Not that I was eating crazy too. My pressure was high. Everything was off, bro. It was the cell, yeah. It was a long-term effect.
No, you still feel them.
Yeah. like today, even like my lady will tell you, and he'll tell you too. Like if I'm outdoors and he'll tell you too. So many waves of people come behind me. I'm gonna try to find a neutral spot, and I'm gonna be very defensive.
Yeah.
Man. I'm not gonna be offensive like I was when I was younger, but I'm gonna see everything. I'm gonna see a bulge. I'm gonna watch hands. I'm gonna know who got it, basically. Yeah. I'm just trained like that. I'm gonna know who got it, and I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna be very observational.
That anybody that ever walked, I know your history math through watching you on you know, the DVDs.
Yeah.
The battery.
Right, okay.
I told you that in person before we
Right.
got on camera, but I'm a huge fan of yours.
Appreciate it.
And I told the same thing to Murder Mood. I'm a huge fan of him too, because y'all New Yorkers, but you particularly Brooklyn, and you got a mean dead on. That's what I'm trying to say. I gotta get.
Nah, you should-
I was like, some of these niggas, the same niggas you punch in the face, I want to punch in the fucking face. Some of the niggas, I'm like, these niggas is corny there. Test that nigga gangster.
Right.
And I don't know why I thought it was symbiotic. Like I was playing fucking Call of Duty. I'm like, damn, man, this nigga thinking his mouth too punches, and you will punch the nigga in the mouth. It's like I pressed the button and you hit the button, motherfucker.
So it's your fault.
Blame it on me. I blame it on the rappers, right? Hey, I did what I did. I got 200. The rapper, Jim Jones told me to do it. I paid
Yo, leave this nigga Jim alone, man.
Jimmy shouted out.
Right.
We
Leave
need to
Jim
talk.
alone, man.
No sparks, brother. I want to talk to you, Jimmy, and I want to talk to you on some
seriously.
big brother, little brother shit. Not to diminish your title or your work.
Right.
I recognize it, bro. Let me get back to that. Let me just skip ahead, right? I want to wrap this up because I got to get home.
Right.
I want to say this so we can wrap it up. I want to speak directly to Jimmy. You ready to speak directly to Jimmy?
I'm just waiting to sit in front of him. So you don't
Okay.
want to.
Well, I'm gonna speak for me. I'm not gonna speak for Bad Vibe.
Yeah. Nah,
I'm
he's
speaking directly to Jimmy. Jimmy,
that camera right
listen
there.
here, brother.
That one right there.
I'm gonna address you directly, right? I need to get in front of you, and this is no spark to park. This is you're influential to people out in the open because of what you've done, how you put on for people, and in a way I feel a way about it. It's not all bad. It's also good because you also let the East Coast be known, even though we had one way of bopping it and you had a different way of bopping it. But you also let New York, you put on for New York. I gotta give you props for that. I got to give you props for that. There's no way I cannot give you props for that.
Right.
Okay? There's no way I cannot give you props for that. So by giving you props for that is the sense where I've seen some of your dramas and I heard some of your dramas. And people that's right next to him right now told me stories about things that this man been through. That where he could have lost his fucking life to. Where shots was fired at this motherfucker and people were trying to get at him at the same time. And if they would have got close enough to him, he wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
To make everybody feel the kind of way by the things that he's saying. So I want to say on the strength of that, and on the strength that we have a bridge between my brother and we both bang the same hood at the same damn time to put that thing on the map. I'm not going to take anything that you say to me disrespectfully because even though we're from the same culture, but we're not practicing the culture the same.
And we pushing peace and positivity, man.
And not only that, and we're not pushing peace and positivity just to be publicly accepted.
No.
We're pushing peace and positivity because we're tired of the bloodshed of the people that look like us.
Right.
That we cause, that we actually cause a lot of bloodshed personally with our own hands. Facts are facts.
Facts.
Facts. And we feel some type of way about that, and it ain't good. We're trying to do good by God. And gangsters and God get along. You know how? Because so many gangsters went to court with them little Bibles in their pocket.
Right.
ain't think about Jesus a day in their damn life.
The little Gideon joints.
The little Gideons.
Come on.
I rolled it up
with the gold right.
Yeah, with the gold right, the red right, and all
with
that.
The fake leather.
And when I blew trail, I smoked that shit. But at the same time, I'm sorry.
Yo, let's stick in it.
And love, shake out Sharam, whatever that means.
Right.
But Jimmy, no jokes aside, all jokes aside.
Nah, this is serious, man.
This is serious business. I'm trying to make light of it because I want to be your friend. All right? I want to be your friend. I want to be your big brother. I want you to be my little brother. I want you to teach me some things that I don't know, and I want to teach you some things that you don't know.
Yeah, I feel like
hold on a second. I want us to get together and come up with the illest programs and plans that we can do on the road to redemption, on the road to your redemption and the road to mine.
And let's start in our city. Yo, hold on.
Start in our city.
Let's start
this is where the fuck we from.
And then we could take it everywhere else across America, man.
That part.
Seriously.
You know what I mean? Let's start right here, Jim. Let's sit down. I got some ideas. I know you got some ideas. And once I calm down and people start, like I said, you got some people next to you, that's my people. They started sending me pages. They started sending me YouTube videos and Instagram videos. Are you putting in some good ass work? You're like, I gotta compete.
Hold
up. He been spending money out. He been spending money out here in the street.
He was up there.
You been spending money out here in the street for people to eat for a long ass time. All right? I need to catch up. And I'm like I'm a Johnson, you a Jones. I'm gonna tell you right now publicly, I want to catch up with the Joneses in the contribution because he came out of pocket. My dollars ain't match his dollar.
Right.
I may have matched his dollars in work. I can
generosity.
do that. But in generosity for the wealth that he made, because he said himself, he made a lot of money off of game banging. But I want to say this, off of game culture. Yeah, thank you, brother. Off of game culture. But he also spent a lot of money in the areas where game culture is affecting those areas in a negative way. So I got to get a man props.
So that's why it should be a good path forward for us to join that. Because we're ready. This is our city. Me, you, and Jimmy. You heard? This is our city. Right now, I look at it like half the city is.
Hold on.
No.
Shout out to Mel Matrix.
Ain't no Mel. Shout out Mel Matrix. Nothing right now, bro. What I'm saying, bro. Yo, look, it's like half the city is already in our beck and call. Though Jimmy, get on. We add that, put it together. We got New York next. We could go to Chicago next. We could go out west. We could go to the Midwest. We could go wherever from here. You heard? Yeah. But half of this city, where we at right now, our city is already with the movement. It's already in formation. And we got the support here, and everywhere, you heard? We got to do that part right now, you heard? Because I'm not with just attacking him or just saying shit or just talking to be talking.
No, the tax is over. It's all about unification.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I said, I already got it off my chest.
It shouldn't be we doing this on 140, 144,
I'm gonna say this.
and he on 115. We should have did that together.
Yeah, do that together.
And I respect that. That's what we really need. You know what I'm saying?
Just like I was saying, 3 days after we was up with the Hell Up in Harlem video, we got with the girl.
I told him I shouted him out on that.
No, I ain't about shouting out. I'm just making a statement. 3 days later, I said, damn, we just missed him. You heard? Remember, we blew through all of that. You heard? Yeah, 3 days after that, I said, damn, if I'd have known he was there, I would approach the situation or would have tried to get next to him.
I wanted some lobster.
I don't eat seafood, so I can't eat it.
I eat it.
I don't eat shellfish.
I had lobster. Yo, Jimmy, you should have saved me a piece of lobster. I only ate lobster one time in my motherfucking life. It was imitation lobster, Jimmy. Jimmy, I ain't have a real lobster yet, man. Because I don't like crabs, okay? But I want a taste of mother. That the imitation shit in the package. Jimmy, can I get a lobster? I don't give a fuck.
Yo, let's clap it up, y'all. Let's clap it up. Yo. I appreciate y'all for coming over.
Yeah, man.
Let's keep the positive vibes going.
Positive, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Man. Thanks for giving us the opportunity.
Yo, thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
My man 10 Toes.
Big Blue, OG Blue, yeah.
Big Blue.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes, there it is.
BK the Harlem, man.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.